Oh boy, that was our little Richard Simmons tribute. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Hated fat people. He used to just tear open bags of Oreos, and he'd find a hefty person, he'd throw it at their feet and be like, eat it like an animal. Get down there and chomp on it like a pig. Very cruel. It's very cruel. It's very cruel. Oh, just out there bullying the fatties. Do aerobic dances around really, really hefty people in their mobility scooters. What's the matter? Can't dance like I can? Oh, is that trouble, fatty? Oh, fatty can't dance. Yeah, there's secret tapes, I'm sure, Richard out there just taunting the obese. How fucking incredible would that be? How amazing would that be if that came out? Just savagely fucking taunting them. And that was like his whole shtick. His whole shtick the whole time, he just liked to fuck with fat people. Oh, boy. Oh. You know, I should probably, before we even get into Boogie, I need to remember, I got to be a bit of a shill. I got a little heated with the Trump thing, so there's no advertisements up on screen or any of that shit. We're just talking a little politics. Talking a little politics, but I've got to shill my merchandise. You'll understand it will make much more sense and context as we go on. With this hot new merchandise available over at the Metokur.myshopify.com storefront. Buy a hat for your hat, buy a mug for your shirt, and a shirt for your hat. Nobody has to be lonely. There's plenty of quality products available. Again, that's Metokur.myshopify.com. And feel free to use Ko-Fi or Cash App to send in super chats. We'll use those to read later on in the stream. Also, big shout out to me. I officially have my first sponsor chat. The first kind of sponsor I've ever had. So I hope you're all ready. I'm very excited. I've never had a sponsor on a stream before, but they paid me a lot of money. So let's roll into that sponsorship. Got to hit that top of the hour every hour, really. Thank you so much to Focus on the Family. Ashton, the baby. Oh God, Ashton, my little baby's in your tummy, Ashton. It's rolling around in your tummy. Oh God, the baby. I fucking love AI. I've wasted so much time on this AI shit, from like Suno doing lyrics to Luma doing video, and it's amazing. I have one clip I call Ralphatard, and I love it. This is my favorite clip. I can hear him screaming, "Come here, Bish, give me a kiss. Come give Ralphie a kiss, Bish." Oh, Ralphie needs a kiss. Give Ralphie a kiss right on the gullet. Oh, it's where I shovel the shit right down the gullet. It's not a normal functioning tongue. Get on down. It's fucking cross eyes. Holy shit. God bless artificial intelligence. Technology is amazing. It's just great. What nightmare shit is that? Oh, I just ate poop out of your ass. Give me a kiss. Oh, and it just rolled with it. It really just, it really captured everything. It captured everything about it, really put it all together. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, how do we start the Boogie stuff? Let's get ready. Let's get this all set up. There's a lot to go through. We're going to be watching a lot of streams, video segments, going over some screen caps because there's been some big developments. For those unaware, I got called on to the Lol Cow podcast with Keemstar, Tommy C, Wings, and Boogie just a day or so ago, because Boogie apparently got his ass slapped around by Destiny, who had done some research about his claims of having cancer and was incredulous, believing that Boogie had made it up. And the next hour of my engagement on that stream was just baffling. Absolutely baffling to me. Because you're going to find out as we go through this that Boogie was offered an enormous amount of money to basically verify his claims in a way that would have kept his privacy completely intact And he refused to do it for seemingly no reason at all. It's very hard to figure out what the fuck's going on in his head. But what exactly happened with Boogie, right, at the tail end of the last thing? Because he was running a crypto scam. I mean, I did a stream on it. I laid into his ass about it. He was in my fucking chat running his fucking mouth saying that basically he'd bamboozled people and that he wasn't using it for cancer treatment or medical treatment. Instead, what Boogie was going to use that fucking money for was weight loss. And he was laughing about it. He thought it was funny. Apparently nobody else did. Because video after video after video after video all dropped talking about what a scumbag Boogie is. Talking about how the crypto scam worked, about what money he was getting for it, blowing through his bullshit defenses where he tried to say things like, oh, well, if he had 1,800 different excuses. And if you watch that stream, we went through quite a few of them because he tried to use almost all of them on CoffeeZilla. Or as I like to call him, hashtag decaf liar. But he would cycle through them of why he wasn't guilty of anything and why people need to understand that he was so broke. Remember, he was so impoverished that he needed to do this. He needed the money. He was going to lose his house. He was going to lose his, his livelihood. He'd be living in the street. His girl and him would have nothing. He was unrepentant about it because he was that desperate. That was the line he went with, which is a sure far cry from how he behaved on the fucking stream with Keem and others. So all these videos come out. And the craziest thing, Boogie had gone into this diatribe talking all this bullshit saying, I can't do a GoFundMe, I can't ask for money, because if I do something like that, people are going to treat me like shit. So what happens while he's whining, while he's sitting there crying like a bitch? Let me show you a little bit of internet history here. Maybe you remember this guy. He used to do these videos where he'd take out ridiculous weapons and he'd chop through shit like soda bottles and water bottles. I'm talking like 15 years ago. This is 15, 16, 17 years ago. Like start a YouTube shit. Him with his giant katana and his daikatana axes and everything else. Just this big old fat dude slicing shit up in his driveway. Anyway, he disappears, drops off the face of the map. Hadn't had any activity on his YouTube page for like 3 years. Suddenly comes back and says, hey, here's the truth. My life has fallen apart. My aunt is sick and in rehab. My mother is dying. We lost our house or our apartment. We're low on money. I can't find a job to get us out of this motel we're living in. I need help. I don't know what to do. I feel bad even asking for it, but I'm so fucked. I don't know what to do. And I know how heartless the internet is. And nobody, we all like to fuck with people and laugh at people. But he put that video up, and within like 10 hours, the GoFundMe goal that he had set, he hit. Remember Boogie was saying he needed 10K? This guy hit 10K and then has gone over it on what he needed in 10 hours by just being honest about being in a bad situation and wanting to keep his family together and try to fix things. It's like, yep, I'm a fuck up. Yep, I'm looking for work. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to take care of both these elderly people. I don't want us to be homeless. Can somebody please help me? And they did. And it's a heartwarming story. And it's a great contrast to Boogie. Because there's Boogie, crypto scamming his audience, robbing people, saying there's no way he can do it. Nobody's going to help him. And here's a dude who wasn't around for 3 years, came back and said, guys, I'm in a bad spot. I need help. And his audience instantly helped him without hesitation. It's nothing but well wishes for this guy. What the future holds, I don't know. But Boogie clearly saying that you can't do this and that it wouldn't work and that nobody would respond, that's untrue. This guy had like 40,000 subs. He wasn't active for 3 years. He came back, told his story, and he hit the goal in 10, 12 hours. You, on the other hand, millions of subs, hundreds of millions of views, always going on podcasts with other famous podcasters, have every opportunity to raise the money you need for your, dire needs. But no, it's easier to scam your audience. Easier to fuck them over, right? And then pretend you didn't fuck anybody over. And if they got fucked over, they're too stupid and they deserved it. That's a big difference between two people. But it was a nice little restoration of humanity. Made me feel all warm and fuzzy. Seeing a guy that chops Diet Coke bottles in half with katanas was able to provide for his family, wasn't in the street. Things worked out for him. Nice, heartwarming little story. But of course, I guess Boogie wasn't happy enough with the idea that, he had that he had just fucking sunk his reputation. Like there's a lot when it comes to Boogie. There's a lot of shit that Boogie has done. And I'm going to link you at the end of the stream to resources, one in video format from a YouTuber and one over on a forum that basically outlines everything. Because there's no way I could ever coherently cover all of it. But it chronologically outlines a lot of shit. So whether you're a reader or you're somebody that likes to watch, you'll have full fucking access to this shit. But as for now, look at that. There's the old Boogster trending once again, getting the attention of everybody because, of course, he had to go on to a Keemstar podcast and just get his shit rocked. Destiny just rolled up on this guy and just fucked him. So let me get these. I'm going to get these clips set up. They're all 4 hours long. So I didn't even try downloading these into OBS. We're just going to watch them raw. Get these all lined up, get these good to go. And start looking at this. Now, when I initially joined this podcast, I wasn't even aware of what was really going on. Somebody had just came and said, DM me. I DM'd him, and then he's like, Boogie's lying about his cancer. And then other people started linking me to Destiny, just bashing the shit out of him. Just bashing the shit out of him. So I think we'll start with my appearance on Lolcow, and then we'll jump back to the Destiny stuff. And then we're going to talk on the mysterious enigma that is Jackson Clark. Because apparently this is a person that haunts Boogie's fucking daily life. On top of that, CoffeeZilla decided to, just from the top ropes, just elbow drop right into his fucking fat little face. That's one for me and one for the hooker, right there, Boogster?
One for me and one for my hooker.
That's right, buddy. Just right off the top ropes. No mercy. No mercy for the Boogster. Somebody chat Destiny. Isn't that a girl's name? Oh, we're being mean today. Oh, I've got a Jim. Jim, now come on. Don't be cruel. He made us look at Ralph. Oh, give me a kiss. All right. Let's get this going here. Okay. I think this should be right. I'm just queuing up the time code. And we're going to watch together. Actually, let me make sure I've got everything right. I'm going to need a nice strong drink. Actually, even before I get into this, actually, let me really nail this home to make Boogie look just fucking ridiculous. The crux of a lot of what you're about to watch really relies on one main thing, is that Boogie refuses. This is a hill he's going to die on. He refuses to show anyone anything related to his medical diagnosis. Now, I get that. He's under no obligation to do it. Well, until you see what they're offering him to do so. But he acts like it's a sacrosanct thing. I did this when I did the little merch stream where I showed my medical records and tests and stuff. But, here's Boogie, again, playing the victim. And just going through all this shit. And I'd like you to know that, just to highlight the difference between Boogie and I'm going to share a little. I'm going to share a little with you all. Here's the test result. Just to give you an idea of what I'm sitting here dealing with at the moment. Hopefully this shows up on screen clear enough for you. Hopefully I can read this for you nicely. As Boogie sits here and does this woe is me bullshit, which really gets on my nerves, personally, because, I'm actually going through the real thing. So, but that date, that's the 8th. So that's like 4 or 5 days back. What was their findings on that little x-ray from the fucking horrible chest pain? Oh, no definitive acute rib fracture, just multiple subacute healing right rib fractures, involving the 3rd, 7th, 8th, and 9th rib. Oh, and the additional subacute left rib fractures involving the 4th and 5th ribs. So, Boogie, as I was sitting there that day, listening to you cry about showing, one, medical records, and 2, talk about how tragically sick you are, I have 6 broken ribs, you fat lying cunt. You deceptive, obese bear of a man. I was sitting there, and am sitting here now, all jacked up on goofballs with 6 broken ribs. But do you see how easy that is? Oh, look, I took a screen cap and I showed it. Now you'll find out why that's so ironic for the bookster, because of what he was offered. I just did that for free. Wait till you hear what they offered him to do just what I just did. Wait till you fucking see. Wait till you fucking see what they offered him. And his bullshit excuse on why he wouldn't do that. So little Jimmy here, all wrapped up like a little Eskimo in his igloo of ice. Oh, I got that nice, I got like 18 different fucking ice pads and lidocaine pads to try to tamp down on this nightmare. This Boogie sitting there, oh, you don't know how tough I got it. There's a video of this dude mowing his lawn. He got paid $500 to mow his lawn. And he does it, he goes like once or twice back and forth and sits down and says, I can't do it no more. Oh, my heart's going to explode. I can't do it no more. My heart, my precious fatty heart. $500 to mow your lawn. Do you know my wife, Boogie, yells at me because I break ribs so much at this point. Like I've got to like watch what I do. I can't bend or lift or do certain shit. But I can't get that mentality out of my head. Right? Like I have that mentality. Guys know what I'm talking about. Any man in the audience knows what I'm talking about. That mentality of like, oh, this thing's broken, I should fix it. This thing's dirty, I should clean it. This part of the yard needs to be attended to, it should be attended to. Like it's in your head, you can't unfuck that. And so what do I notice myself? Well, I'll just reach out and grab that and up, fuck, broke a rib. I'll twist around and do this up, fuck. I'm getting yelled at all the time for it because I'm too dumb to fucking stop. Whereas Boogie, once or twice back and forth across the yard, and that's it. He calls it, that's too much for me. My heart's going to explode. Aren't you looking at my oximeter? Aren't you looking at the blood pressure cuff that I've got around my arm? Don't you understand how hard I have it? You know, hey, fun fact, Boogie, any physical activity will raise your blood pressure and heart rate. You don't have to be sick for that. So taking your fucking blood pressure after you run your fat ass or back and forth in your, like 100-degree heat backyard, yeah, your heart rate's probably going to be up. Your blood pressure is probably going to be up. Doesn't mean your aorta is going to explode. It just means you've engaged in physical activity. A little pro tip from Jim Jam. Jim Jam, the Flim Flam man. God, he's infuriating. Oof. I can already feel myself getting mad. Once we get into this, I'm going to start getting mad. Like legitimately fucking angry. He did it to me last time. He got me heated last time. I know he's going to get me mad this time. I went into this thing on the Low Call podcast, and I tried to play it very down the middle. I was like, you know what? Give me your side of the story. Tell me what's going on. Why won't you do this? Explain it to me. This doesn't make sense. But just any overture of, giving him any chance to redeem himself. Just fucking nothing. So we're going to go through this. We're going to look at the Low Call podcast. We're going to look at what Destiny said. We're going to look at what CoffeeZilla said. And then we're going to Blues Clues it. Chat. We're going to figure out what the fuck is going on. What is going on with Boogie and his cancer? Because there's some interesting speculation going on that kind of makes him look even shittier, if that's even possible. Is it possible? I don't know. It's just, there's so much to make him look shitty. Is it possible? Probably. All right. You know what? Let me see here. Where are we sitting? Okay. You know what? One last thing. This is going to be long. But it's going to be as long as I can hold out. Again, the ribs really are awful, to be honest, and my throat gives out on me eventually. But I'm going to say we're probably going to go for about 3 hours, chat. You watching right now, this stream will be going for about 3 hours if I want to cover everything. I hope you're up for it. Can I get a let's fucking go in chat so I'm not alone on this? Let's fucking go, question mark. Are you ready for 3 hours of Boogie's complete fuck up and life ruination at his own hands because he's an idiot? Oh my God, I'm seeing a lot of let's fucking goes. Oh yeah, boys. Oh yeah, pump me full of that energy. Oh God, you keep spamming it like that. Maybe we'll talk about low tier credit too and his $120,000 debt. Oh God damn. All right. All right, let me grab. I'm going to grab a few things then because we're going in for the long haul. I should probably get a lot of water actually because it's going to be You know what? I'm just going to put my fucking commercial on. Okay, here we go. Let me do this. 5-minute break. I'm going to put on my commercial. When we come back, this is just a merch store commercial, whatever. When we come back, prepare yourself for 3 hours of Boogie2988 content and maybe a little low-tier God, because he had some funny shit happen to him recently. Maybe I can squeeze it in. Also, I'll check in occasionally, like I said, back and forth to see if there are any updates on the Trump shooter, to find out who he is, or who she is, or who Zerzimzimbula is. Who knows what pronouns are involved? I don't. So grab yourself a drink, use a bathroom. We're going in for the long haul on Boogie being the dumbest fucking person on the internet. And it's going to be a doozy. And we'll be back after this break. By buying a goddamn American capitalist hat. Oh, got to use that USA dollars to do it. Where are you going to do that, you ask? Well, you don't really ask, but I'm going to show you anyway. Fuck you. I'm going to show you anyway. Oh, look at those hats. Quality fucking hats, ladies and gentlemen. Wear it around town. It looks fancy. Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat. Look at those hats. Quality fucking hats, ladies and gentlemen. Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat. Wear it around town. It looks fancy. Buy a hat for your hat. When I'm sad, pay me. It's the only cure, really. When you're very sad, you need to pay me money. You gotta buy my fucking hats. All right, that's the only way you're gonna teach these communists their fucking place. These lemon-loving motherfuckers. It's by buying a goddamn American capitalist hat. Oh, gotta use that USA dollars to do it. Buy a hat for your hat. Quality fucking hats, ladies and gentlemen. Buy a hat for your hat. Wear it around town. It looks fancy. Buy a hat for your hat. For your hat. I love America too much. Love the red, white, blue. Love my apple pie and baseball. Sometimes I just look at the Statue of Liberty. It's so goddamn beautiful. Oh, that is good stuff. You know what? Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat. You know what? Buy a hat for your hat. To sell you beautiful fucking hats. We all love Jim's hats. Let me move a little bit. Over on Shopify. Metokur.myshopify.com. Buy the finest hats available. You gotta do this. You're gonna do that over at my store. Buy my hats. Teach the communists a lesson. Fuck the lemons. Buy a hat. You gotta do this. Buy my hats. You gotta do this. Buy my hats. You know what? Buy a hat for your hat. You gotta do this. Buy my hats. You gotta do this. Buy a hat for your hat. Quality. Buy Buy my hat. I gotta do this. Buy a hat for your hat. I gotta do this. Buy my hat. I gotta do this. Buy a hat for your hat. Oh, holy shit. Oh, what a fucking... Okay. All right, let's get into the show proper. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready for one for me and one for the hooker? Are we doing it?
One for me and one for my hooker.
Welcome to the Sub Club.
One for my hooker. One for me and one for my hooker.
Oh, yeah.
One for me and one for the hooker.
Oh, shake it.
One for me and one for my hooker.
Welcome to the Sub Club.
Welcome to the Sub Club.
Oh, the Sub Club.
One for me and one for the hooker. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. I like how he does. He's got like a retarded kid's yeah at the end. Yeah. He's very proud of himself. Putting that work in. Flexing those muscles. Oh my God. All right. All right. Let's get the first stream up and going here. Holy shit. Let's see. Should be desktop audio going. There we go. Okay. This is the moment I joined the illustrious group.
Tommy, your volume's low. Chat's
Yeah, I
been
know.
saying for a minute.
I'm not even sure what's wrong. I've actually
Mike will confirm that I said I would like to leave it out of the documentary because I simply regretted speaking about it before. And
Wait,
Jason probably too.
could this be simply cleared up? Because Mike was doing this documentary with you for. Let me back it up. This accusation, right? I don't get why it would faking his cancer. I've got to back up a little bit right when they pulled me in here. Here we go.
Added the Vera part?
No.
So to set the stage, this is right after, I should say. They're doing their stream. Destiny's already jumped on and basically gone after Boogie. Boogie's pissed. His other co-hosts are starting to really doubt the veracity of his claims that he has this form of cancer that he says he has. They're questioning him. And then I got brought on because I'm, the other cancer man on the internet right now. And that's kind of where it
You
is.
just read it and added the Vera part.
That's the fucking dumbest shit I've heard.
Is there anybody waiting? Is he there?
I don't know.
Metokur says he's
there he is.
backstage. Says he needs.
Yeah,
to
he's
host.
backstage. Bring him
Can
in.
you hear me?
Hey, Jim, what's up?
Yes.
Jim?
Okay. So what's going on? I got a DM from Keemstar telling me to check out a clip from Destiny, and then I watched the Destiny clip, and it's saying that that Boogie's faking his cancer.
Yep, that seems to be the narrative.
Okay, so why don't you walk me through why Destiny believes you're faking the cancer?
He doesn't know the difference between polycythemia vera and secondary polycythemia, and he thinks that I've gotten confused between the two, and that somehow I'm so stupid as to. I think that's the. Am I missing something there?
You're missing a big portion.
What am I
Jim,
missing?
what he's missing is to disprove Destiny's whole claims, and because Destiny made a solid case he didn't have polycythemia vera. All he has to do is show that a diagnosis from a doctor from his patient portal that he has polycythemia vera.
And I'm looking at it right now. And
he refuses to do it.
And Jim, here's my ongoing theory. I
Sure.
think he was diagnosed with this disease or whatever, the non-cancer type, and he rushed to the internet, which he already confirmed. As soon as he was told he had this, he ran and made a video, and then found out it's the non-cancer one after he already told the internet he had cancer. Because that's what Destiny really hit him on. That Boogie has a certain disease that's not cancer. Now, there's a similar name one that is. And Boogie, all he has to do is prove it. He's got the paperwork right in front of him.
So chat, already, we've got our first possibility. Remember, we're Blues Cluesing at the end of this. So to start with, Destiny comes in, said he did research, looked into it. The blood disease you have, the one that can turn into a cancer, the related one, the variant one, it's not cancer itself. You got confused or you intentionally lied and deceived about it, ran to the internet, told people you had it, and then later on found out it isn't the cancer version of the disease you have. And now you're so deep into it, you can't come out. And so his co-hosts offer him the opportunity. They say, hey, this will be real simple. All you've got to do is just go on your patient portal and you can show shit. In fact, I even tell him how to do that because I literally did that myself. In the stream the Mersh stream that I did, When I put up that giant diagnosis list, that's the patient portal that shows you all the shit it says, and it keeps your privacy. It doesn't list your care provider. It doesn't list the hospital network. It doesn't list fucking anything other than a date of when you were diagnosed or it was entered in the system and what that diagnosis was. And they're like, just show us. That's how this starts. So Destiny throws this out there. Boogie's getting a little heated. He gets a little angry about it, a little fucked up about it. You're going to see how angry he gets later on when he's talking to CoffeeZilla. Absolutely spurgs the fuck out on the guy. But, you know, he gets heated about it. And, you know, the first thing they say is, show us some proof. Show us something that verifies you have this disease. Here's how you do it. It's very simple. Let's continue.
All he has to do is show the internet that he actually does have this, and he refuses to do it.
Well, and here's the thing, because I did a stream, you know, because I had people saying, oh, you're faking cancer, Jim. So I showed my diagnoses and stuff like that. I'm going to guess he's working on a system similar to Epic, which most medical people do. You should be able to go right into diagnoses, and it's going to list everything that a doctor has ever said you had.
Yep, I just read it to him.
Okay, and so it lists the cancer there?
Yes.
Okay, so you could screen cap that and just show it. I mean, that's what I did, and then that would be the end of it.
Absolutely. And I made the decision 2 years ago that I would not do that, and I would rather leave the internet than to give the last shred of fucking privacy I have left.
Well, no, and here's the thing. I understand the privacy argument. You know,
I should have never went public with it.
No. Let me finish. I mean, you can redact information. There's no issue with that. But just show, I mean, it literally is just a page that says patient diagnoses.
Yep.
And then it lists what you have. It doesn't tell you who the doctor is. It doesn't tell you what hospital you go to. It literally just says the disease name.
And I won't be doing that.
But I don't understand why not.
Because he does have cancer. He does have cancer.
Yeah, that's going to be the narrative they'll go with. So that's
okay. So this, even coming into this fucking conversation, none of this makes sense to me. Imagine the setup. Imagine the setup. This is a guy that did a documentary where he gets naked in a bathtub and you see his entire body. He's there with his girlfriend. This is a guy that has done video after video talking about all these things that he says are dark secrets in his life. You know, I think he had said he had been abused or molested or something when he was younger. He talked about his financial difficulties. He talked about suicidal ideation. He's talked about his depression. He's talked about his healthcare issues. There was a whole saga with his teeth and getting those fixed and getting them replaced. He's put everything about his life on the internet, fully monetizable. And I'm not even knocking him for monetizing it, whatever. But there hasn't been a portion of that where he's like, no, this is too private. This is a bridge too far. And for the last 2 years, and you know, Keem and the others are right, he's talked about his cancer. I mean, that's been, you know, obviously you would. Why wouldn't you? If you had cancer, it's going to be a large portion of your fucking life. You're going to talk about it. But for some reason, when it comes to this, the simplest thing in the world, literally showing them a screen cap, he won't do it. So right now he's got these people accusing him, Destiny and his co-hosts, you know, Wings, Tommy, and Keemstar, saying you're making it up. And he could dunk on them so hard, take the biggest W ever, and be like, look at that. Look at that asshole. There's your screenshot. Says I got cancer. Shut the fuck up. How satisfying would that feel? After the debacle of the last 2 to 3 weeks, with the crypto coin scam bullshit and all the other things that Boogie's been involved in, to have the ability to basically pull out a W like that and shit on all these people? But that's the hill he won't do. He'll show you his giant tits. He'll show you his enormous stomach. He'll get naked for you on film. He'll talk about spending $500,000 fucking hookers. But nope, I'm not going to privately show a screen cap, you know, corroborating the veracity of the claim that I'm as sick as I say I am. Well, no, I mean, I'm legit trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. When I shit on you for the crypto thing, man, I said I'd take your word that you had cancer. I'd take your word that, you know, the medical shit's expensive.
Yep.
So I mean, this seems like
I spent 2 years treating a disease that doesn't exist. These people used to be my friends, and I genuinely would have never believed it would even come to this. And I just, man, I'm just rather be done, man. I'm good. I'm good.
You're playing this like some kind of backstab. I mean, anybody
no,
can confront.
Not at all.
Nobody's
not at all.
Do you think I backstabbed you by having Destiny on?
No, not at all.
one of the biggest streamers coming on our show,
I feel
Locale
like
Live.
I feel like this could have been a private conversation, and I would have shown you, Keem, specifically.
Bullshit.
Oh, wait. Okay. How about this?
Yeah.
Instead of playing to the audience, like I get it. I get you've got a podcast going. I get the drama thing. I get all of that. And there's a lot of shit getting flung around.
Yeah, I'm not playing to any audience. I
No.
don't like
What I'm
Yeah,
saying
but-
is, could you screen cap that, and then pick one of these three guys because you've
Sure.
worked with them,
absolutely.
and show them, but nobody else, because
Yeah,
I'm sure
absolutely.
everybody would.
That's
would
something
take-
I could do, and I will never do it. Never do it. But between now and when I die, they'll never fucking see it.
Because I don't know, like I don't know your relationship. With
I'll have it
Keemstar.
tweeted when I'm dead. Don't worry about that.
But
they'll
I guess
see it when I'm gone. They'll see it when
But,
I'm gone.
but if they're giving you
They'll
this
see it when I'm gone.
accusation, right? I don't get why it would shut them up immediately, right?
Yeah, sure
and
would.
then nobody else would ever have to see it. You keep your
Sure would.
privacy.
Sure would. I'm
I
good.
don't understand why you wouldn't be willing. I mean, that just seems weird to me.
I'm good.
You're gonna
Because
you're gonna
he's
walk
lying.
away from this, looking
Oh, I'm
like
not
you-
walking
you-
away from. Yeah, I'm not
Well,
walking.
no, but I mean, it's gonna look like you made it up now.
Sure, let him have it. I'm good.
He's waddling away. He's waddling away from the internet. It's bullshit, Boogie. You're obviously lying. Just be
Okay.
real with us.
Go with it.
I'll
You know,
forgive you.
we're
Go with that.
I
Go with that.
honestly, I expect lies from you,
yeah.
but I
Go with
don't
that.
expect this. This is wild.
Yeah,
but
which obviously
can-
I did not do, nor would.
but I can see how this happened because they told you that you had this disease. You Googled it, saw it was linked to cancer, and you rushed to make a fucking video.
It's this little milkshake. Oh, it reminds me of the BBC clip. Oh, he's back there. Oh, give her the real fucking she deserves. Arr. So it's a very weird thing to walk into. Okay, this entire stream was fucking surreal. So he could easily clear it up, won't do it. All these people are accusing him of this shit. He could shut them all up, won't do it. Could take a huge W and embarrass the fuck out of him, won't do it. Instead, he's going to go on to say that he's decided he's quitting the internet for good. Yeah, I know. He's going to quit the internet for good. That's his master plan.
That you have cancer, and
Sure,
then
that-
you found out later that you don't, but you
Sure,
had to
that'll be-
continue
that'll-
the lie.
Yeah, that'll be
I
the
know
story you
how
guys
this
will
played
tell
out.
and enjoy.
What
Go
do you
ahead.
mean? It's not a story. I know this is how it
Go
played
ahead.
out. I
Well,
know it is.
Is there anybody? Okay, let's say you've got issues with them, right?
Yeah.
Is there
Desi's
anybody?
seen it. My roommate's seen it. I'd
Well,
call
no,
him in there.
I mean, but aside from somebody
But-
that lives with you, like a coffee zeller or some
Aside from
neutral.
my most confident people, no. There's
Well,
no.
but I mean,
there's-
like a
there's no-
neutral third party. you
Other than my
trust.
most confident people that I trust, I would know. No, I'm not. And even in that, I wouldn't do that. I could call Desi in here right now, and she would. And I won't even do that. I won't even do that. No, thank you. I'm
I
good.
mean, it looks
good.
bad.
Good.
You understand that? It looks
yes,
terrible.
yes, I know. I'm good.
Can I ask you? I mean, when you got actually, I'm excited to get Chat's opinion on this. Let me do this real quick. Go back to the normal thing. I want to poll you, Chat. I want you've watched just a few minutes of this, but I want to get a poll going, and I want to see what's your gut tell you. Is Boogie lying? Yes or no? Just based on what you're seeing right now and how he's reacting and kind of responding to people, is he full of shit or is he? What's going on here? What is your actual 100% gut reaction? That's right. It's poll time. Oh, you're going to get pulled. You're going to get the shit pulled out of you. Yeah, it's not looking good, Bookster. Let's see. So far, we've got 3,000 votes with 98%, all saying yes, Boogie is lying. Just based off this initial start to what is going to be a very long stream. The other 2% are Boogie alts, of course. And Jackson Clark just stirring shit. He's jumping in just to stir some shit. Oh, we're up to 4,000 votes now. 4,000 votes. And what does it look? 4,200 votes. 98% solidly stuck at 98%. Not looking good. I'll give it one more minute here. One more minute. Maybe a miracle will happen and it'll reverse itself, Boogie. Okay, we're at 5,000 votes. It's still at 98%. There's just, yeah. I'm sorry, 98%. There's no way. There's no way. It's done. You're done. It's over. Oh, it's over. I don't understand what the reason for not doing it at this point would be. The reputational damage that Boogie has taken is immense. He's coming off a fucking scandal with his crypto coin. He's desperate for money. And now he's got people coming out saying he's faking the cancer shit, and they're bringing up reasons why they believe he is. You'll see that when Destiny talks. And he could clear it up instantly with a screen cap he says he has available and ready at his hand. And he refuses to do it. That's the hill he's going to die on. And that just, I don't know. I get a gut feeling that there's something fucky with that. And based on the voting going on in chat, it seems like you do too. But let's continue. Maybe he pulls it off. Maybe he pulls himself out of this. The diagnosis, how did they diagnose you? Can you say that at least?
Yes, we did a blood test, which we do every 3 months or 6 months regularly. They saw that my red blood cell counts were up. We had a conversation.
Fucking wings up in his little video window, digging a fucking grave for Boogie. Just Wings. Wings had some real gems in this one. I'm going to be honest with you. He was dropping some bombs on Boogie throughout
About
this.
that, I didn't think too terribly much about it. He said he wanted to check for blood markers for polycythemia vera. They look for a specific hormone in the blood that is produced. They found it. He called me and let me know that they found it, that means I have polycythemia vera and that we were going to treat it, but the treatment plan doesn't change very much because you cannot treat the cancer directly, so you have to treat the symptoms. And so for the last 2 years, we've been doing that. And one of the things I would like to do is because there is a chance that those blood markers are being brought on from another reason, even though it's invasive and expensive and pretty pointless, I was going to go ahead and push for the bone marrow biopsy because I would very much, now that I have a girlfriend.
Okay, see, this is where I think he slipped up a little bit, and I've seen people bring this point up when they've been talking about this. I think Destiny touched on it. People at Kiwi Farms have touched on it. People on social media have touched on it. He's saying that to get a diagnosis for this disease, you need a blood test, and he said, but there's a chance the thing they've been treating for 2 years isn't what I have. So to have a conclusive diagnosis, I need to get a bone marrow biopsy or to have some kind of follow-up testing done. Well, okay, because I guess I'm confused then. What was the treatment you were receiving? Like hormone injections? Because, you know, when he was talking in my chat, he was talking about spending money that he was getting not on cancer treatments, but on weight loss supplements. So now here he's saying, well, there's a chance. So he's already like soft admitting, right, from his perspective. You know, they're saying, do you have cancer? He's saying, yes, I have cancer. You're sure you have cancer? Yes, I'm sure you have cancer. You're positive that that's what's going on? Yep, I'm positive that's what's going on. But now he follows up a few minutes later, well, there's a chance that it's not. And the only way really to confirm it is with his other test.
And somebody that I love in my life, I would very much like for them to be wrong. And it's like a 1 in 1,000 shot, but I thought I would take it. And so that's how Destiny's come up with his LARP and all this other stuff.
Okay. So, and the bone marrow biopsy would be the conclusive test for this then? Or?
Yes. I mean, there's pretty much no other reason that the body would be producing this particular hormone, according to my doctor and according to everything I've read. But
Destiny's argument, Metokur, is that they wouldn't be doing the biopsy had they already made the confirmation to begin with. That's sorry. Now, I couldn't tell you if that's true or not. But.
I don't know what kind of cancer. I'll give you what happened with me, right? Mm-hmm. So I had a growth on the top of my head. It looked like a Porta wine stain. Nobody really gave it much thought. You go and get some steroids. It's some, we don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. And for like a year, it was just flat, no issues. And then it started like wildly growing. And the doctor's like, shit, I don't know what this is. You should go into dermatology. So I go into dermatology, and the guy's like, oh, we gotta fucking biopsy this thing. We gotta take a look at this shit. So they do the biopsy. They're like, we've got to set it in for cell staining. On top of that, we're gonna do blood work and a PET scan. And then they also ordered a bone biopsy too. And did all that, and it took like a week, and I got everything back. And then they're like, conclusively, you have lymphoma. I mean, that's what's going on. That's a tumor.
After you got the conclusive, have you had biopsies since for separate reasons or to double check since you were diagnosed?
Yeah. So basically, what happened was I got the diagnosis. Right after the initial biopsy, they set up some blood work, a PET scan, and then they did the bone biopsy just to see if it had spread. And then from that point onward, I didn't need extra biopsies. What they would do is they just do PET scan imaging because it'll make cancer light up in your body, like any areas or like any autoimmune stuff. But yeah, it took like a week, and it was definitive. It was cut and dry. It was like, this is what you have. This is what we're seeing under the microscope.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know.
It is a fairly different cancer. Number one, there's no attacking this one or treating it directly. And number two, the prognosis on it is 20 years. Like you pointed out, you have real cancer. I have like the fucking starter kit of cancer, right? It's just a blood disease, realistically. It does.
He has the starter kit of cancer. It's a starter kit of cancer. There's no treatment for it, but I've been treating it for 2 years. It's the starter kit of cancer. Okay.
5% of people in the first 10 years have it convert to leukemia. I think it's a higher percentage after 20 years. The biggest risk is that it produces too many red blood cells in your blood, and that causes you to be at a higher risk of stroke or heart attack. And I'm already at an extremely high risk of stroke or heart attack. I mean, just repeating myself at this point, but
I'm sorry,
yeah,
but
yeah,
did you
very
say
different
starter? Things. Did you say starter kit like you haven't started having cancer?
No, it's like the tutorial version of cancer.
What he's
Does
saying
that make sense? It's the easy one. If you're going to get one, this is the one you want to get.
You can live forever on this thing. It rarely kills people.
It's not the Dark Souls of cancer. That's
No,
right.
Yeah,
It's
the Animal Crossing of cancer. You have the Dark Souls of cancer.
Okay, so I just like to take a moment here. Boogie is now officially referred to his cancer as the Animal Crossing of cancer. So let's take a look at my beautiful merchandise. I survived animal cancer. The Animal Crossing of cancer. You see our little meadow pup there in a little hat? She's got a little watering can that says chemo on it, and everything she pours the chemo on, it kills. Yeah, fun fact about chemo drugs. And I got the sit down talk with this. They're like, if we do chemotherapy and you have to do treatment at home, just so you know, it's highly toxic. Nobody else can touch this shit. You have to get like a special container to keep it in. It's like a fucking biohazard. It's terrible shit. Especially if you mess with shit like Red Devil. It's awful. So he's got the Animal Crossing of cancer. So to commemorate this, don't forget to swing by the Metokur.myshopify.com storefront and pick up a wonderful animal cancer puzzle, glass, sweater, or t-shirt, or get you the old-fashioned salad dodger in commemoration of this tragic event. Again, that's Metokur.myshopify.com. Brought to you by our sponsors at what was it? It's a baby. I can't remember what I did. Oh, it was Focus on the Family. Brought to you by Focus on the Family. There we go. Brought to you. So stupid. So fucking dumb. Oh, the starter kit of cancer. Animal Crossing of cancer. Yeah. No, I'm not even close. So, I mean, it's weird being in the position I am to say this. So, okay. Just with the crypto shit, man. I mean, there were so many fucking lies related to that.
Sure.
And you came off terribly with that.
Yeah,
so now you've got Destiny. You've got Destiny making these accusations.
Yeah. If I tweet this tomorrow, it's not going to change anything. I'm just done. It doesn't matter.
It would make everybody. It would make everybody look like an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It would make everybody on this fucking stream look like the world's biggest assholes for doubting you.
They'll pick it apart, then they'll say I'm lying again. They'll say the proof
How
isn't
are they
enough.
gonna say you're
The
lying
web
and
portal's
the
not
doctor says you have
enough.
cancer?
Now I want a fucking medical record. Now I need to see a fucking list.
What about your peers?
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Yeah, I would straight up apologize
We don't work
to you
together
for
anymore.
doubting you.
Yeah, we don't work together anymore. We're good. We're good.
What do you mean we don't work together?
I'm leaving the internet. I'm good.
No, you're not.
I'm
We
not
know
going
you
to-
too well.
This is what doesn't make sense to me. If you're in the right, if these assholes are persecuting you and you have cancer,
Would
and
you want to
get-
sit in here with these people for 2 nights a week? Because I don't.
I don't know.
You're
What are you
doing the
paying?
manipulation
What are you
thing.
paying, Keem? What are you paying?
He's getting paid to pay his mortgage from this show. He's manipulating
Not
right
anymore.
now.
I'll take his mortgage. Fire his
Yeah.
ass. I'll take his
Yeah,
mortgage.
get on
I'll do
the
your
show.
fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's my money? Where's my motherfucking money? Get rid of Tubby here. I'll take that mortgage. What is this mortgage? Did he say it's like $6,000 a month? Your $68 billion a month mortgage. I'll take it. Give it to me. Give me that goddamn mortgage. I'll take it. Doesn't give it to Jimmy. No, Jimmy doesn't get it. It just doesn't add up. Everything about this interaction is really fucking strange. You can disprove all these people that are doubting you, embarrass them greatly, get a giant W, get a ton of sympathy, clear the fucking air with one screen cap shown privately to one person, refuses to do it. Instead has decided they're going to leave the show that's paying their mortgage, and on top of that, quit the internet entirely in itself. This is a guy who did a documentary where he's like, to pay my bills and get food money, I'm going to have to basically sell my Magic the Gathering cards. Oh, there goes my blue and black deck. I'm going to have to sell my cards to get by. Kiss the dual lands goodbye. There go the Moxes. Oh, the Power 9. You know, whatever. Oh my God, it's all going away. And now he's when he says he can prove himself right and show everybody that he's telling the truth, now he's walking away. He's going to go homeless because of that. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it'd be fun. That's a good replacement. I'm proud of that. That's a very good replacement, Jim.
But why would you leave? I don't understand. If you're in the right, if you have cancer, if they're the assholes, if you could make them look like cunts and make money, why would you leave the internet?
Here's the screenshot of it right here. I just took the screenshot of it right
I gotta
here.
be honest. We
Yeah,
do need.
then send it to one of them and shut them the fuck up, and then you'll never have to listen to it again.
No.
I gotta be honest. We do need Metokur on here because we actually do need a host with cancer.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude,
So
why are
you're
you
saying
lying?
you're saying you're gonna walk away. No more YouTube, Twitter, any of that shit.
Yeah.
But okay,
This is too much, man. This is too much.
but
This is too
why? Why? Aside from this
This is
shit,
too
if
much.
you
This is
walk
too
away
much.
from the show, but why?
This is too much, man.
Dude, the problem is it's taken
This is
so
too much.
long for you to even get that screenshot. By the time you send us the screenshot, people are
Yeah,
going to be
the
like,
damage
well, he
is already
made it.
done. Yeah, the damage is already
He
done.
made a fake screenshot in
Exactly.
that time.
Exactly. There is no way out of it. It's already over.
I'm going to
I'm good.
FaceTime. I guess, Desi's phone and then show me on
No.
FaceTime right now
No.
on your phone.
No.
You're
Never.
lying.
Oh, you
Maybe-
gotta use Keem. You've got to use carrot and stick. What bonus would you pay him to do that?
There is no. Oh, I've already been offered $10,000 plus a free trip to Disney World, and the answer is
Well,
no.
nobody likes Disney World. $10,000. All right, this is where it starts to get fucking stupid. All right, so we've gone from I just need a screenshot. Now they're offering him cash money. Remember, this is a guy that just did a fucking crypto scam and fucked his audience in their ass. He was willing to let them lose money, fuck them in their ass for a crypto scam to make $10K because he was that desperate for the money. That was his thing, because he's sick and he needs the money to pay medical bills. Here they are saying, if you can prove this to us, privately, don't even have to show the audience, we will pay you $10,000 cash money right now. And wait till you see the number this fucking gets up to.
I love Disney World.
It was
I love
5,000.
Disney World.
It's up to 15,000 total. He would
15
get.
grand? Fucking
Yep.
do it.
No.
He's going
He's
to pay you
lying.
$15,000 to look like an asshole in front of his entire audience, and you're
Yep.
saying no.
He's
This
lying.
is too much, man. I don't know if you guys can understand.
I
is too
can
much.
completely understand. I went through 2 years of fucking people like Mersh saying I was faking it.
Yeah.
And so I did a stream. And sold a shit ton of hats laughing at him showing medical records. You've
Yeah.
got the opportunity to do the exact same thing right now on his home turf.
No. I'm good.
This makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it probably
Hey,
doesn't.
don't you want to take care of Desi? Isn't that
Yeah,
what you
I'm
told
going.
us?
I promise you, I
Is-
plan
is
to.
this the
I
way that
promise you, I plan to.
Yeah,
I promise
how
you,
are
I
you
plan
gonna do
to.
that if you're not on the internet and just running away? Like you can't have it both ways.
You'll see.
Okay.
What are we gonna see? You're gonna go like cut tickets at the local
Hold on.
movie theater?
Some ordinary gamers will also put $10,000 towards it.
Jesus
Make it
Christ.
100. Make it 1 million.
If
I'm
you
good.
have
Okay, so he's already up to this is fucking with my head. $25,000 is on the table from Keemstar, Destiny, and Some Ordinary Gamers, Mudahar. They're all together have thrown in $25,000 into this pot for him to show a single screen cap, which he says he has on his phone at that very moment. He doesn't have to show it to anybody else, just one of these three guys. Not only will he be able to embarrass them, take the biggest W he's ever taken, he'll make $25,000. I want you to think about how it is for you watching the stream right now. How's the economy doing? Things are tight, right? I mean, rent or mortgages are high, grocery bills are high. $25K, that's a lot of money for people that are doing okay. Now imagine you're in, almost destitute. Like that's Boogie's thing. He's almost destitute. He's losing so much money. He can't, afford his mortgage. He can't afford his food. He can't afford to do anything. $25,000. But he won't do it. Man, my bullshit detector is fucking going off the charts.
have cancer, if you prove that
this is bullshit. No. You got $25K sitting on the table. There's something fucky going on here.
Yeah, the something fuck is, man. I'm just exhausted. I'm done.
You just did a crypto scam to make money because you said you're worried about cash. They're offering $25K.
Yeah, I thought
you get
that was
to
funny.
shit on them. You get to shit on them
Yeah,
in the process.
things that might have changed. Drama Alert already tweeted that I faked cancer, so we're good.
No, he didn't. They said the Destiny.
That's even better. Then you make $25K, and he's got to retract it. It looked like the biggest dick on earth.
We're good.
Fucking Keemstar picking on a cancer patient. Oh my God, come on.
We're good.
You're lying. It's so obvious. Why? Why would you lie about this?
Because I didn't.
Just tell us the truth. What really happened? Come on.
What really happened was I went to my doctor. He checked my blood count, my hemoglobin, my red blood cell counts were up. We did a second test. We found out that there was a blood marker that tells me that I have polycythemia vera in the test that we did, and we've been treating it for 2 years.
But you haven't confirmed that you have it.
Nope.
Oh, wait. I think we got an answer right there. You haven't confirmed that you have cancer.
Confirmed it with you. No, I have not. No, I will not.
No, not with me. With your doctor. Your doctor hasn't said you 100% have cancer yet, right?
We confirmed it with the blood test. Yes.
That's a yes. He's saying that they confirmed it.
We confirmed it with the blood test. There's no other reason that those hormone markers would be in my blood.
Except when he just literally said 10 minutes ago, well, there is an outside possibility it is something else, and that's why we need to do a bone marrow biopsy to have a conclusive result. But apparently he forgot that, right? I mean, we've been watching this together, chat. Do you remember that when he said that just literally 5 minutes ago? Well, I mean, there is an outside possibility it's not cancer. And, the blood markers are indicating some other disease, and that's why they want a bone marrow biopsy. Wings, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If Keemstar accused you some shit, right? And let's say it involves some kind of private information, and he was willing to let you show him that private information on stream, but not to the audience, and said, if you prove me wrong, here's $25,000 fucking dollars, and I'll tweet out that I'm a giant asshole.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
I had a troll come at me and accuse my wife of cheating on me, and they had like this picture of like our fingers that had like cum on it, and there's like a cover back there, and they had linked this cover to my house.
Yeah, jerking off on a blanket is a little different.
I went out and I took a picture of the cover.
Can you tell the difference between the two? You fucking retarded.
I showed the new cover I got from like the Christmas of 2021.
Sure.
It's like whatever. It's like again, I pulled my blood work out to like show like where what surgeries I had on this stream. But like it's not that big a deal.
But you would take the money, right?
Oh yeah, I'll take the money. I would snatch his fucking arm off.
Tommy, if you were in a similar situation, $25K sitting on the table, would you do it?
Hell Yeah, I got a family. It's my obligation to bring that kind of money.
And had this played,
I'd fucking do it.
And had this played out differently, I might have considered otherwise.
No, Boogie, I don't believe that. I believe you don't have the information.
It's really pissed me off. Except
Can you poll your audience? Can you poll your audience right now and ask them if they had $25K offered right now to prove something they were saying is true, would they take it? Because I don't think
make it 100,000.
Anybody's going to say no.
Make the poll, Tommy.
Make it 100,000. Say 100,000. Because my answer is still no.
My answer is still no. You know the most infuriating part of this? As this stream goes on, more and more content creators, different people, fucking start showing up. Different people start showing up and offering more money. You know, he's being flippant right now and saying make it 100,000. Last I checked, it had got up to $85,000. Chat, think about this for a moment. There were enough people that were willing to put this into like an escrow account or have it held by a lawyer. $85,000 was the last number I heard for him to show a singular screen cap to Keemstar, Wings, or Tommy to just fucking prove it. $85,000. If you go back and watch Mike Klum's documentary where he's talking about his house and losing it, and he's talking about how much of a mortgage he has left on it, I believe it's like $130,000 left. He is just, that $85,000 just wiped out an enormous amount of it. It just made that an achievable goal. Your mortgage would have been reduced to 50 to 60K. You could have sold shit and made that money, and then you'd have a house you don't have to pay a mortgage on to show one screen cap. But instead, your brilliant fucking plan is to leave the internet, to leave the revenue sources you desperately need, the guaranteed money from lolcow, the guaranteed money from YouTube ad revenue on YouTube, whatever merchandising stuff that you might do, whatever, I don't know, sponsorships you might still have. You're going to walk away from all of that, and it's going to magically somehow be taken care of. There isn't a single person on earth that would be in a bad financial spot that would not be like, oh, fuck yeah. Oh, I'll show you that. $85,000, here you go. Take a look. One screenshot, $85K. Now, he could come out in a week with definitive proof that he has cancer. And yeah, people will still look stupid, but not as dumb as he does. Because he literally has walked away from life-changing money for no conceivable or sensible fucking reason. How do you look at that and think that he is not retarded? How do you look at that and think he's not lying? The entire 2-hour, this entire Mike Klum documentary was based on the fact that Boogie was in a horrible spot. He's not making money anymore. His YouTube revenue went from $250,000 down to like $20,000. He's making $2,000 a month off of lolcow. He's making a little bit of money off of merchandise. He just can't make ends meet. He can't sustain his lifestyle. He gets involved in a crypto scam and fucks his audience over. And he tries to get sympathy and excuse it by saying, I had no choice but to do it. You don't understand how bad the medical stuff is. I had to do what I did. I needed that $10,000. So you went from being so desperate for $10K just to survive another month and a half, and that was just a week or two ago, to suddenly being too good to take $85,000 to show one singular screen cap to prove what you're saying is true. And people are supposed to take you at your word and say that you're not full of shit, that this isn't another Boogie lie. And as this entire stream goes through, and I didn't play into it, the others did a little bit or addressed it. I'm used to people like this. I've encountered them before. The suicide baiting, put in like my double meaning phrase to hint at, oh, well, you'll read about it when I'm dead. Or, oh, it'll be taken care of when I'm not here, wink, wink. I don't care about any of that. I just treat it like it's a Tumblr girl thing. Just whatever. You got to jump off a bridge? Fuck, I don't care. They talk about it a little bit because they're so used to him doing it. But like, it's any deflection he can pull out. Like this faux righteous indignation, or this I'm gonna off myself shit, or whatever it is that he's attempting at the moment. But it makes no sense. There's not a single person. There is not one person watching this fucking stream right now that would not take that $85,000. It just isn't. There's nobody. Nobody's going to say no. Oh, I can see the answers already. They're all screaming yes.
Of course they are, and they're not me.
But you've stated before that you're under financial strain and difficulty. That's a $25K is a lot of fucking money.
Yes, sir. To show my medical records. No, thank you. That's for
to show one screen cap that says diagnosed. That's it. To one person.
That's for me.
It's not for you. You told fucking everybody you have cancer. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, the day you found out, you told everyone. There's nothing for you.
Yeah, but I didn't tweet my fucking medical records, did I?
Why? Does it say you have AIDS on it or something? Like what?
No, it says that I have polycythemia vera. It's for me, Kim.
Is there for everybody? You told everybody.
Yeah, and I will. You know, again, I'll continue to talk about it, but I never should have to begin with.
Let me tell you what else is for you: living in your fucking car. If you keep up this line of conversation.
No, I'm not worried about that.
How are you not worried about that? You
fucking Wings. You're gonna be living in a van down by the river. Just Wings. He just pops in every once in a while, just to kind of like, you were fucking dumb, boy.
You shouldn't be worried about that.
Thought I was quitting the show.
You shouldn't be worried about that. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, can I ask, as an aside, while this conversation is going on, how are you going to financially support yourself?
I don't think I will.
So you're going to go live in the gutter instead of taking $25K to prove these assholes wrong?
Let Desi down.
Oh no, Desi will be fine. We talked about this all last night.
Desi will be fine back at her parents' house when you're in the car, dude.
Yeah, once Nicholas DiOrio sent me this message, we knew exactly what was coming, and we talked about this at great length last night. I didn't sleep.
How is
talked about this?
Nick DiOrio? Did he have something to do with this too? Then, or what did he say?
Certainly he did. He said, "Do you have secondary polycythemia?" And I said, "No. This is what they diagnosed me of," and I linked it to him. But it was a pretty big sign that there was a group chat going. I told Tommy about it this morning. And I was like, yeah, what do we do, Desi? And we made a decision, and I'm going to stick by that decision.
I didn't know what you were talking about this morning.
Yeah.
No idea.
This decision doesn't make logic. How's the poll going? What does the poll say in your
95% to 5?
95% would take the money.
Mm-hmm.
You look so
5% are Boogie ults.
Boogie, you look
my hands are right
fucking
obviously it's a joke.
You look so uncomfortable, Boogie.
Yeah. I'm very unhappy right now.
Hey, Metokur, is this bigger than Monday Matter?
So why sit here with all these L's?
I mean, you're asking me, like, if Boogie were to be faking cancer for 2 years and then running, with the, yes, that would be I don't know how you'd recover from it. If it was done,
thankfully that did not happen, but yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Prove them wrong.
No, thank you.
The start of recovery is to tell the fucking truth.
Well, the truth is, I got diagnosed with polycythemia vera about 2 years ago.
I believe you.
He will stick to this the entire time. He will refuse to budge from this. This is the bridge that, that can't be burnt. He won't. This line won't be crossed. This is just for him. Can you imagine being offered $85,000 to prove something you know is true, and being like, "No, I'm good," after desperately telling the internet that you were on the brink of fucking living in poverty? Can you make it make sense to me, chat? Because I can't make it make sense to me. Nothing about this makes any fucking sense to me. The only thing that would make this seem logical on how he's behaving is if he's full of shit and lying. As if Keem and them were right. Remember Blue's Clues. Did he get diagnosed with a disease that's similar to the cancer form but not the cancer form, jump the gun, tell the internet, and now he's too deep to admit the truth? Does he actually have cancer and he's the world's biggest idiot? Or is he just straight out malicious and lying for pity and donos? Like, those are the three big choices. I mean, which is it? Which is he doing? How do you walk away from $85K when you're in that financial situation? It doesn't make sense. He doesn't want to pull a mundane Matt. All he had to do was show Keem or Tommy or fucking Wings one screen cap. And man, as this fucking conversation goes on, he pulls all the stuff. Suicide baiting, brings up the fact, I think he said he was abused or molested, to which I responded, well, the cancer didn't molest you. Like, let's keep it focused here, right? We're here to talk about that. Anything and everything but the fucking conversation. A lot of people in chat I'm reading through. Pity, saying, trying to get pity donations, or he's lying, he's making it up. I'm going to jump around a little bit. Let's go to the CoffeeZilla. Okay, so if you remember from the first stream, like Boogie tried to dump the blame off on CoffeeZilla. It was really like, as far as like manipulation goes and like sociopathic behavior, it was really kind of stunning. He made up like 10 to 15 different excuses. And at the end, when Coffee was like, well, how do we stop content creators from robbing their audience? And Boogie basically said, well, you should have done a better job. Coffee, this is your fault. You should have done a better fucking job. So after the initial cancer stream, Coffee's a little flummoxed, obviously, a little pissed off. I don't blame him. Or the cryptocurrency stream. Then after this stream happens, Coffee uploads another video on his secondary channel with more conversation between him and Boogie. And you need to hear how Boogie spazzes the fuck out on him. He goes to full tard on him. And again, everything is everybody else's fault. He's an innocent angel baby. Oh my God, he's so sweet. Look at our little beautiful cherub. Our little innocent, a little pudgy little innocent angel baby. Oh, he's the little bookster. Let me pull up the Coffee video. This is something else.
A YouTuber we accused of a crypto scam just got accused of faking cancer.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Despite being offered a total of $80,000 to prove everyone wrong if he could show his diagnosis to a private third party, he refused to do so, which is annoying because publicly he uses his cancer as a shield from any wrongdoing. In fact, when I confronted Boogie on his crypto scam, that's one of the reasons he used.
I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer.
And more specifically, why he had to promote the coin and couldn't pay back $5,000.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts.
I'll be honest. I have no idea if Boogie is faking cancer. I also don't understand why he wouldn't just show it if he had a diagnosis. But either way, we won't know without an actual doctor involved. So I won't speculate on that. But what I can do is confront Boogie on this second claim, the cancer and medical bills, because I found out a few days ago that these statements were false. I know this because Boogie gave us a timeline of when he got paid in the first place. So when were you paid the $5,000?
5 days ago.
Later, I verified with Boogie this payment occurred on June 19th. And when Boogie said all the money was gone on June 26th, that gives us a window of time where he should have receipts for about $5,000 of medical expenses. Boogie.
Are you ready, chat? Are you ready to watch CoffeeZilla nail Boogie's ass to the wall? Are you ready to see him crucify him, chat, for your amusement? Poor Coffee. He's trying to be a nice guy. And I think he's just reached his limit of bullshit with this dude. And now he's going to have to crucify Boogie. He's going to have to nail him up on that giant wooden T for the rest of the internet to see what happens when you fuck with him. Because here we go.
When I asked, agreed to share these expenses with me, and the following conclusions are based on him providing accurate records, which I know is a dubious idea, but when he shared what he had, it fell far short of even what I was expecting. He gave me 2 receipts for the time period, one for $154, the other for a copay of $60, a total of $214 by the time we talked. So where did the rest of the money go? Well, Boogie claimed that it was really intended for medical expenses after we spoke, and that when he said the money was gone, he meant it colloquially and then accused me of lying. Wait, that's on June 28th. That's on June.
Dude, I love this. You liar! Oh, you fucking liar. Listen to him spurg the fuck out. I love it.
And that when he said the money was gone, he meant it colloquially and then accused me of lying. Wait, that's on June 28th. That's on June 28th. You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone. It's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism? Use fucking Google then!
You fucking hashtag decaf liar. Oh, I'm on to you now, buddy. Imagine you get caught lying about a crypto scam. You get caught lying about cancer payments. You get caught lying about your finances to a dude who dedicates his entire channel to dealing with finances and crypto scams. And your response is to scream at him that he's a fucking filthy liar and that he needs to educate himself by Googling some shit.
It's very common.
I'm saying.
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny. I'm
I
not
can
used
tell.
to this level of
Yes.
scrutiny.
I need that. Can somebody in chat who's talented, can you make that a ringtone? Can we make that a song? Somebody want to remix that? I think that might be the most honest thing he's ever said. I'm not used to this level of scrutiny.
Fucking Google then. It's very common.
I'm saying.
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny. I'm
I
not
can
used
tell.
to this level of
Yes.
scrutiny.
Yes. Okay, so I have a big problem with this because looking back at what Boogie said, it wasn't just the money's gone, which already means very specifically the money's gone, but he also says the money's at Mercy Hospital right now, which is a colloquialism I've never heard before if you mean it's not at Mercy Hospital.
It's at Mercy Hospital right now.
But even being as charitable as I can, adding in everything he calls medical expenses outside of our time window, like there was an $1,000 credit card payment. Okay, we'll just say that's medical, right? He's still only able to get me to about $2,500 worth of medical expenses for the month, most of it not to Mercy Hospital, which I wondered about. Did he need the fatty coin then? From where I was sitting, instead of having spent the money on medical bills, it looked like he saved most of it because of his starting and ending bank balances for the month. Wait, you're taking...
A fucking liar.
You paid about $2,500. Like you're also talking about money you haven't spent, which you're trying to add up to $3,000. That's not the $5,000 you said was gone. And then you're taking.
I told you it was $4,000 when we started this conversation, but of course you're lying about that too.
Boogie, can you explain exactly how you started the month with $800, ended it with $5,000? You're saying the $5,000 you made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with it.
Oh God. Oh, little Jimmy's nipples are hard. I think that's what is that what we call a kill shot, kids? Oh, my little nipples are hard over. Oh God, they're pointing out like you get cold in here? Why are my nipples sticking out? I think that might be a kill shot. I think that might be what we call a kill shot. It's just screaming at this poor guy, you're a liar. You're a liar. Yeah, that's going to win him over. Can you explain to me how you said you spent $5,000 when I'm looking at your bank balance? It says you have $5,000? Oh, you're a liar. You don't know. Arr. It's the big black cock meat, Coffeezilla, on the high seas of whoredom. I need that $5,000, or they're gonna write up my poop chute with a scallywag or something.
I saved my ass off.
That's right. The $5,000 Boogie made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with the $5,000 sitting in his bank account right now. That's there because he pinched his pennies. Now, when I pointed out Boogie could have refunded the scam if he wanted to, he freaked out and told me he's got a mortgage to pay. Boogie, you need to pay that $5,000 back. You need to find a way to refund people.
You, it's spent. If I do, I won't have
It's not
mortgage.
spent.
Why do
You
not
have
understand that?
$5,000.
Fuck you, it's spent. It's a spin there. I love his voice changes. Do you notice that? It's like a weird 20-year-old Cartman. I don't know what that voice is. Fuck you, it's spent, Coffeezilla. You're a liar. You're a liar. One for me in the sub club, Coffeezilla. You're fucking liar. The money is spent.
I spent. No, well, I can't. I won't have mortgage.
But this is totally shifting the goalposts. Remember, the reason we were told the money was at Mercy Hospital right now, that was initially. Now it's because he's got a mortgage. But also, Boogie had showed me his income for the last month, and it looked to me like the podcast is what paid for his mortgage. And so I asked, wouldn't that money pay for your mortgage? Boogie said, this month it wouldn't, because he had to go on a special trip, and his co-host was withholding all the money for that month.
Do you understand?
You're not getting a Where's your podcast payment coming from? You got that on the 30th.
It's being fucking kept. So
Fuck it. I'm not getting any money from Keystar, and that money is spent too. You know, I asked Keemstar on Lolcow. This was actually brought up. I could dig for it. We'll dig for it later, maybe. And I asked him, because they brought up the monthly payments that they get. And I said, is that true? Was Boogie not paid his money? And Wings clarified and said, it is true, we did get our money late. But then Wings went on to clarify they got their money late by 1 day. It's like, oh, it's the very last day of the month. We got it on the 1st instead. So a 24-hour delay? Is that what you're telling me? God, he lies so fucking much. This dude lies so much. Oh, Keemstar didn't pay me really means Keemstar paid me 1 day later than usual. 24 hours after he has normally paid me every other time. Get the fuck out of here.
To go for this goddamn trip. The money's coming out of my goddamn paycheck.
So you're going on a trip.
Yes, I'm being forced to go up there to film the fucking podcast live. I told him I didn't want to. He told me the business was going to pay for it. And then he just said he's taking it out of the...
Holy shit, really. His voice, it takes on like this high-pitched demeanor, and it's like faster. It is like it's a 20-year-old Cartman. It's spin! Yeah, like it's really, is this his real voice? I wonder if this is what he's really like. Oh my God, could you be a fly on the wall in that house? Could you imagine what he's like when he just gets upset with normal stuff? I stubbed my toe! Oh, I stepped in dog shit! Oh, Desi, I stepped in dog shit! And the toilet paper's spent!
Now later, I asked his co-host Keemstar about this, and he seemed surprised. He said the show definitely pays for Boogie's mortgage, so I was confused. Later, Boogie was confronted on this by his co-hosts, and Boogie suggested maybe I edited the clip out of context.
You told him that you weren't getting paid from this show. He played the fucking recording because he recorded you.
Then why? Then I understand that. Do you think people can edit things to be a little bit out of context?
Well, if he wants to play that game, here's the clip where Boogie directly says it. He says he's not getting paid.
Boogie, you could have gotten through this month without the crypto scam, is what I'm saying.
And I could have not paid my friend back for covering my medical bills.
No.
And I couldn't. No, listen.
Well, I've seen your bank statement, so I know.
Because you're ignoring
I know
the
what's
fact
going to happen.
That I need to pay
yes,
mortgage
your
on
mortgage,
Monday.
right? Which should have come
There's
from
no
the
more money
podcast.
coming in. There's no more money coming in between now and then.
Which
You
should have come,
understand that?
but it should have come from the podcast. It's not.
Right, because I'm not getting paid this month because I have to travel to do an on-location shoot.
This guy is so manipulative. He has managed to move the story from the money's at Mercy Hospital right now to, well, I have $2,500 of medical expenses at some point in the month to, well, the reason I'm ending the month with $5,000 is because I'm such a great saver and I needed to pay my mortgage to, no, actually that mortgage was paid for too.
See, he's catching on. I think the first time when he was dealing with Boogie, he got like, he got mollywopped. He got bushwhacked. Big old Boogie bushwhacked him. Came up there and smacked him on his head. He was a little frazzled, a little dazzled, didn't know what was going on. It's got a little fucked up because he kept hitting him with lie after lie. It's hard to keep track. There's so much bullshit coming out of his mouth. The smell is choking him. He's getting a little lightheaded. But now he's clued into this shit. He's keeping track of all the lies as he goes through. Starting to get a little pissed off. I don't blame him. Boogie's wasted an enormous amount of his time lying to him. Can you imagine how big of a liar you have to be, the balls you have to tell somebody a financial lie, and then give them financial records that show you're lying, and when they confront you about it, try to make it seem like they're the ones that made it up?
The last point I want to address is the accusations he made against me on his show. He says he should have never taken a call with me. He says I recorded him without his consent, despite me telling him up front this was all going to be public and that I was approaching him for comment. This guy now acts like I tricked him.
I should have never talked to CoffeeZilla to begin with. It was a joke, CoffeeZilla.
Who told you that?
Of course you fucking did. Much less the second fucking time. Then in this, by the way, CoffeeZilla records you without telling you he records you.
That's not
Name
true.
a
He
YouTuber does that.
He told
No,
me.
he did in the first time.
Well, I think it's worth showing you then how he talked about me behind the scenes when he spoke with me, because it was very different.
Get a load of this shit. Get a load of this shit. You know, when they talk about, like, okay, get a little off track, but let's talk about, Boogie's personality a bit. When you're dealing with somebody that's a manipulator, when you're dealing with somebody that employs psychological warfare on you, like at a high level, like somebody that really is into that shit, they're going to do a lot of things. And I know we run into terms on the internet, and they're associated with certain different types of people, so we don't like to use them, but they apply and they work. So if I use the term gaslighting, you've probably heard that term so many times from a leftist or from somebody with blue hair, you want to just disregard it. But gaslighting as a concept does make sense. Darvo as a concept does make sense. These are tools in a toolkit to fuck with somebody else's head. And Boogie employs these. He employs these subtly and sometimes blatantly. He uses them flippantly. It's become such a part of who he is, lying and manipulating, that I'd almost be willing to say that he's maybe unaware he even does it, because it's just become second nature to him. It's like a muscle memory. But what he likes to do, what I've noticed with CoffeeZilla and others, as you saw in this, is he will say whatever the fuck he wants to say publicly and then butter them up in private. Love bomb them, I think is the term. And then he'll do the Darvo thing where, CoffeeZilla is basically saying, hey, you lied to me, made all this stuff up. And instead of taking responsibility, Boogie says, no, what the truth is I'm the actual victim, and you, the person that are upset that I am lying to, you're the perpetrator, and guess what? You're the one that's lying. Or he gaslights them into thinking some made-up bullshit that he has created is the actual definitive reality that everybody is living in. But this is a great example, what you're about to see, of how Boogie fucks with people. Makes himself a victim, suicide baits people. Keem even said on the fucking podcast, I don't know why I feel bad for you, but I do, because Keem's getting manipulated. CoffeeZilla, I think, is really clued into what's going on here after dealing with it for, however long, a couple of weeks, whatever. But Boogie attempts to love bomb him. After screaming at him and calling him all these names, talking shit in public, listen to this ass kissing.
To what he's saying now. Now he's saying, I'm taking him out of context, that he didn't know what was going on. Here's what he was saying back then.
Amount of integrity. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, no. I mean, to be honest, I'm happy to do it. It's something that I really like people to know ahead of time. I mean, it's not. Yeah. I try to play a long game with YouTube. I'm not interested in like a quick video. Yeah. Like, who cares? Like, I'd rather, you look better and you get your point across than.
And it shows that you have the integrity that I believe you did. 110%. It means so much. Many YouTubers would not have done that for me, and you did, and I think that's incredible. And no matter what you have to say in this video, I'll never have a bad thing to say about you. Even on the show, even on the low-cow podcast where my job is going to be to attack you back, I'm just not going to do it. I'm like, no, I think coffee was fair. I'll be genuine. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
All right.
I really appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Have a good night.
That's the end of the video, which is a great way to end it, by the way. So, Boogie, I'll never say a bad thing about you. I'll never attack you on the show. You're super genuine. You're helping me out. No other YouTuber would do this. You're such a great guy. You're so fucking wonderful. Don't worry about it, man. I super appreciate it. Even if we disagree on this, you're just the best of the best of the best. And then what does it turn into? You're lying. You're a lying liar. You're the biggest piece of shit ever. I won't attack you 20 minutes later. Yes, that's exactly what happened. 20 minutes later, here comes the bookster. He must do this to everybody. He has to do this to literally everybody. I cannot imagine that he is not out there doing this to quite literally every person on earth. $85,000 fucking dollars. And he refuses to do it. 85 grand. Something's going on. I get it. I think everybody is like standing on the precipice right now. Here's my honest assessment. Okay, here it is. I think almost everybody believes he's lying about having cancer. And I think 95% of them want to outright call him out on it. But I think 100% of everybody, 99% of everybody, is terrified on the off chance that he really does have it. They will look like dicks for calling him out. Right? I think that's really what it is. And I think Boogie, who is a master manipulator and liar, fucking knows that. And he's going to play that to the best of his ability. And so when he's offered a chance to make 85 grand to show he's telling the truth, he's never going to do it. Because he can hold that over their head. Because that way, oh, Mudahar can't say mean things about me. Oh, Charlie can't say mean things about me. That motherfucking Jackson Clark. Boy, he went on about Jackson Clark. I had no idea who the hell that was until this fucking video.
Now, a buddy of mine, whom I'm sure all of you have heard me talk about in the past, Jackson Clark, that's a name that lives in infamy in the mind of Boogie. Jackson Clark is Boogie's boogeyman. He mentioned Jackson so many times unprompted in this podcast that the other hosts were left stunned, wondering who the fuck is Jackson? Because Jackson has, for a long time now, been pushing back against a lot of what Boogie has said and done to his audience. And Jackson, a while back, did talk about the diagnosis on Twitter, and it has, I guess, weighed heavy on the psyche of Boogie.
And he's not joking. Just to give you an idea, Jackson Clark got brought up maybe like fucking 8 or 9 times. I wasn't familiar with who that was. Nobody else was. But for some reason, the second people started to doubt or question Boogie's cancer diagnosis, he started going to a tailspin about this dude named Jackson Clark, who apparently has mind-fucked him to such a degree that he lurks in the shadows of the internet. Under every rock, Jackson Clark lives. Jackson Clark is under the bed and in the closet. He's hiding up on the rooftop. When somebody whistles at him in the public or calls him a fat ass, if he looks around quick enough, that's that nefarious Jackson fucking Clark. Oh. So aside from Jackson Clark, who apparently is the one person that just outright called him on his shit, everybody else is really, really, they don't want to unholster. They don't want to take that shot, right? They're really worried that he'll somehow come out and say, have some kind of proof. My point on this is, this doesn't make any fucking sense. If you're in a dire financial straits and you're offered $85,000 to prove something that you know is true, and you get to make everybody who's giving you shit look bad, and you get to shit on people that you really dislike, and you get a bunch of sympathy, and it gets you a bunch of attention, and you're going to say no? But you will do the crypto scam for 1/8 the value that destroyed your reputation. So you won't fix your reputation. You'll walk away from all revenue sources and go homeless. You won't take the money that will secure your house and your future. And you won't shit on all your enemies. So you can say what exactly? What's the payoff to that? Oh, is there going to be a handwritten note at the funeral, Boogie, that says, well, I may have died in a cardboard box in poverty eating baked beans out of a can, but at least Keemstar never saw that screenshot. I mean, really, wow, whew. Jackson Clark doesn't get his satisfaction today, boys. Jackson Clark has been thwarted once and for all. Just, holy shit, bro. What the fuck? Oh, we still have more to go through. But let's break it up with a little song. I prepared a little song with the help of Luma and Suno to celebrate. I know everybody in the audience wants to be a part of the sub club. Who doesn't want to be a part of the sub club? I want to be a part of the sub club. One for us and one for the hooker. So I got a little Bookster banger. It's a little banger from Boogie himself from his new LP called I Robbed You All, Faking Cancer. Faking Cancer, the hottest hits. So I hope you enjoy. Go ahead and grab a drink, take a piss. We'll be right back.
Fat man on the screen, promises made so clean. Join his flashy club, Boogie bits no scrub. Coins in every hand, promises made so grand. So Shiny coins, they gleam, lost within the scheme. Dance your way to death, misery you'll regret. Boogie this, bye-bye, scam your pockets dry. Join the hype, Boogie crew, family says it's true. Shiny coins, they gleam, lost within the scheme. Dance your way to death, misery you'll regret. Boogie bits, bye-bye, scam your pockets dry. Join the hype, Boogie crew, family says it's true. Nah, 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 full force plan. Nah, 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 rich fat man.
Okay. You know, before we jump back into the Boogie stuff, because we're going to jump into the Destiny part where Destiny just eviscerates him. If I was good cop in that, where I was trying to get, like, hey, can you explain it to me? Can you make this make sense? Destiny just curb stomped him. So we're going to take a look at that. Weirdly enough, too, it was like XQC or whoever the fuck that is. Some big Twitch or Kick streamer was with him, which was different, interesting. But let's take a moment to see if we have any update on Trump. To see if we got any like Trump updates. Let me see here. Oh, somebody's saying they have drone footage? Drone footage of the fucking shooter. What do we got here? Well, that's somebody definitely with a gunshot to the head. That's a body from earlier too. Okay, we might actually have who this person is. One second, Chad. I know. Oh my God, Jim, show it on screen. Well, I want to make sure. We almost fucked up with Mark. So let's see. Trump shooter. Let's double check this. How did the shooter even get on the roof? I've been at several of the events, and there's no way anyone can get that close. Yeah, there's a lot of questions about what the fuck is going on with this. Yeah, there's video of him being dragged out, but nothing else. Oh, okay. Well, I think that might be the shooter. I can't show this on screen. Okay, listen, chat, there's no way I can show this picture on screen. But if you go to Twitter, to the account of Tara La Rosa, TARALAROSA, there's a close-up headshot of, yeah, he got fucking annihilated by a sniper. It's not pretty. I'm gonna guess this is the guy. Okay, so let's see if we got any information on who they are. Oh yeah, they're okay. So footage is starting to come out. We're getting some fucking footage of him getting annihilated. Oh, what is going on here? Chat. I'm trying to find like a picture where his head is intact so I can show it to you. Yeah, there are a couple different views. There are a couple different angles showing that he was set up on a rooftop a little ways from the event to try to get like an angle on Trump. But the weird thing is we've got a guy on the rooftop. Okay, this is what I don't get. There are pictures floating around of a guy on a rooftop with his head blown off. But there's also pictures of Secret Service and deputies arresting somebody in the crowd. So were there more than one person? Was this like two different people, one a distraction, the other the actual shooter? Is this going to be some like grassy knoll shit? I just don't get it. I mean, it's been, what, 3 hours, 4 hours since this happened? 5 hours? How do we not have a definitive ID on who this is? Why isn't this everywhere right now? Am I missing it? Is this put up somewhere that it's just not showing up for some reason? Let me see. I'm reading through. Somebody saying the guy in the crowd. What was that? The guy in the crowd. Oh, the guy in the crowd was dead. Was that somebody that's okay? So the guy in the crowd that they were dragging out was somebody that got shot by the sniper. So an unintended victim, or maybe he intentionally fucking shot him. Yeah, this is planned out. If this guy was set up on a rooftop at that angle on that building with, yeah, this was fucking hell. God, I almost want to go see. I'm trying to look for. Here's the weird thing. I'm looking for like, I want to see what is what has Biden said about this. Again, we're taking a momentary break just to see the information. This is what Biden said 2 hours ago. I've been briefed on the shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm grateful to hear that he's safe and doing well. I'm praying for him and his family, and for all those who were at the rally. We await further information. Jill and I are grateful to the Secret Service for getting him to safety. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite as one nation to condemn it. That's really weird. He's grateful to the Secret Service for getting him to safety. Wasn't there just a report we read at the start of the stream where Trump had asked for increased Secret Service security detachment because of a risk, and they were denied? Biden's DHS denied them. It's almost like he's taunting him. Fucking hell. Yeah. Let's see. This is fucking weird. There should be way more information on who the shooter is. Sorry, just give me a second as I dig through here. I'm trying to find something good. What I can tell you now is there are photos of people. It looks like the guy. He's on a separate building. His head is clean off. There's a video of a sniper or a counter sniper taking him out. But there's no like ID. There's no name. There's no, hey, yep, that is him. Oh man, I cannot wait to see the polling that's going to come out of this. All the shit that's been going on. It's just unreal. All right, well, that's your up to the minute Donald Trump update. Still no definitive ID on the shooter, but his picture's out there. It's looks like a white guy in his 20s, completely annihilated. Set up on a rooftop. A couple of videos showing him up there, but it looks like the videos that are there are ones of him after he got shot. I don't think there's been a video put up of him getting shot yet. Somebody said I tweeted you a picture of him. All right, well, let me take a look. All right, this is who they're saying the shooter is? All right. Okay, give me a second here. Let me put it up in this thing. Because his head's not blown off in this, so I can show this. I can neither confirm nor deny this is a shooter. Just so everybody's aware of that. But this is one that's circulating around everywhere, in case you're curious as to who we're dealing with. This is alleged. The photo does match up with the one of the guy with his head blown off. I mean, this does look like the same dude. That would be your shooter. Allegedly. Again, allegedly. Just like we had, what was it, Mark earlier on? It turned out to be the Italian guy was not the shooter. So, allegedly. Are we getting Sam Hided? I don't know. But this is a picture going around social media. This is one that matches up with the dead guy on the rooftop outside the venue that had an angle on the president. This isn't the guy from the crowd. This is the guy from the rooftop. Did somebody in chat say, is that iDubbbz? I don't know. Has it reached that critical point? The iDubbbz. He went from content cop to shooting at the POTUS? Is that what you're telling me? That's a rough fall. I see everybody's commenting on the chin. Yes, I've noticed the chin too. Yeah, chat, is that a tuned out iDubbbz? Potentially, chat. It's potentially a tuned out iDubbbz. It's potentially what we're dealing with, yes. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Thank you very much for the picture, by the way. I like somebody sent me Goatsy on Twitter. That was very nice of you, but I'm not live streaming fucking Twitter, so it's not gonna do anything. Oh no. No. Felt it, Ralph. That can't be true. How are we sure that's true? Somebody saying the shooter has been identified as a tranny that posted on the 4chan fashion board? Oh no. No. I have to go check. Breaking news. Fashionista goes on killing spree. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. See if I can find this information. I'm trying to see if that's true. If you're just pulling that one out. My God, every single thread on poll is just a picture of Trump holding his fist up. This is the most God Emperor shit I've seen. You know, poll really kind of turned on Trump. But boy, they are fucking fully behind this shit. I guess watching a dude take a bullet and then walk it off is pretty fucking impressive. All right, let me see. Let me see if there's any information. Why do we not have a name or some kind of identifying feature or something going on here? Oh God, there's so much shit I wish I could share. I wish it was like older YouTube, you know, where you could put some stuff up, but you can't. Sorry, Chad. I know. We're a little more relaxed right now as I dig through to try to find confirmation. Was this person posting on fashion? Oh my God, that would be something else. I think they're fucking with me. Is what I think. Yeah. Again. Oh, we got one here. What is this? Yeah, again, this is what I'm having trouble with. How the fuck do we not have a definitive name yet? How do we not have a name? How do we not have a name or more footage or more anything at an event that has been broadcast this much? Let's see. No. Lots of goatsies. Thank you all for the goatsies. Love seeing that spread asshole. That's always good. Wakes you right up. The guy in the crowd was a victim. Okay. Yeah, I wondered why they were going for a guy in the crowd, but you couldn't really see what they were doing. But that makes sense if it was a victim. Yeah, this has to be. It had, I'd go with it being the shooter, but I don't know. Can we get a name? Okay. You know what? I'll give it time. We'll give it time. We'll see what comes through for it. We were going to jump into the Boogie thing with Destiny. That's what we're going to do. Let me just get that queued up. And I will, what happened there? Oh, okay. Like I said, I'll get that queued up. Pull that down. Jesus Christ. When we get more breaking news on who the fuck this guy is, we'll definitely return with it here. For now, I want you to put that out of your mind and give me a kiss, bish. Oh, I can't return the money, bish. No. Oh, give me a kiss, bish. Oh, right in the mouth. Put it right in there, bish. Oh, God, it's nightmare fuel, isn't it? This is the future. This is this is the future of technology. It's Ethan Ralph trying to French kiss you after he ate poop. Oh, what an eclectic little stream this is. Just full of weird shit. All right, let's get this Destiny clip going here. Oh, where are we? Okay. So Destiny did some research ahead of time. That's the beginning of the stream. You got to see, they broke it into 3 parts. He's talking to CoffeeZilla. He's doing a little bit of investigation. We want to go to the part where he jumps on stream and he just spanks Boogie's ass.
Many people.
Ladies and gentlemen, a popular streamer by the name of Destiny.
Yeah, I know.
You see how Destiny is already, like, he's prepared to fuck him up. He's come in, he smells blood in the water. He's got a pen and pad. He's got all his little notes written down and shit. He's just ready to straight fuck him up.
Where the fuck is our webcam at?
Listen, probably OBS is using it.
Oh my God! Hold on. We're turning the camera on.
I have to delete it.
You guys literally ruined the intro. He gave you guys a big shout out.
Can you just shut the fuck up?
And then there's no camera.
You're so
and
negative.
it's just your voice, and it's just fucking cringe.
Everything about.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have a camera?
You know.
How you guys doing tonight? What's going on?
Yeah, how's it going? We can see you. You guys look fantastic.
Turn it on.
I mean, some of you.
Don't
at
be
least.
so friendly.
There
we are.
Hey,
oh
there
my
we go.
God, we're on.
There you go.
But not X.
Okay, we don't need him. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, you're not. You can say whatever you want. It's gonna be like we said it.
All right. Are we good to go?
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Boogie2988, you are being confronted tonight. I am 99% sure that you are faking.
No, don't move.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
Let's hear that.
Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bullshit.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia. Can you explain?
Well, then why would he call it? Why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it?
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow...
See, that's the second time, by the way. Once on stream with Keem and me and everybody else, he had said that. He also says that when he's talking to Destiny, to confirm it.
a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation if it has
because the markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood.
Correct.
Destiny.
But you said that you'd received a diagnosis, but now you just told me that you got a bone marrow biopsy to
It's
confirm.
a diagnosis, and now we're confirming.
Sure.
It's called a confirmation. The hormone markers are already in my blood.
Yep. So I think what happened is, Boogie,
confirming
based on
it with
everything...
biopsy, because I'm wanting to do that, because I'm praying to God I don't fucking have cancer.
He doesn't care.
I'm praying to God I'm taking the 1 in a million fucking chance that they're fucking wrong, and that there's another reason I have the hormone fucking imbalances in my blood.
Yeah, why are you praying to God 2 years after you said that you have cancer, that you don't have cancer?
Because 2 years ago, because 2 years ago, they told me I have polycythemia vera based on the fact that I had increased red blood cell counts, increased hemoglobin, and the hormone markers in my blood. And it all spelled pretty definitively that I have this. And so he wanted to get a bone marrow biopsy, but it is intrusive and expensive, so they decided to forego it. I would like to still get it done because I am hopeful, I am praying that there's...
You know, just a little FYI on bone marrow biopsies, because, you know, I had one. When he's like, oh, it's intrusive, and basically they lay you down on a table, right, like on your side, if they're going to go into the, like, you know, the hip area, and if they do it in the sternum, I couldn't tell you. I know they can do it in the chest. That looks awful, but they take this giant fucking needle and then they just jam it in there, and it's the weirdest feeling. But there is this weird sensation of pain that you go through for about like 5 to 10 seconds. It's horrible, where they're like sucking stuff out, like fluid or whatever the fuck it is. And it's like indescribable. It's like you shouldn't be feeling something, but you are. But he's like, oh, it's interesting. But in actuality, yeah, it sucks, but it's over in like 10 to 20 seconds. The actual procedure is so quick because they know it sucks. So they go in, they pop it in, suck the stuff out, pull the needle out, and you're good. So I don't know what he means by it's so tragically intrusive, invasive. Oh my God. Not really. It sucks, but it's not like the end of the world.
A fucking merciful God of the world that would be willing to fucking let this be wrong, even though it most certainly is not.
So why are you talking about expensive cancer treatments if they don't even know if you have cancer? That nothing has been confirmed yet. It's been 2 years.
They're treating it, dipshit.
They're not.
How are they treating it for 2 fucking years?
How are they treating it, Boogie?
Blood test, blood thinners, bloodletting, medications. They're trying to get my weight down.
Yes.
I'm seeing the doctor every 3 fucking months. I'm doing blood tests every fucking month. We're doing it.
Yep.
So they don't know if you have
know?
cancer or not. So can I
You want to hold
understand
my
this?
fucking hand?
Well, sure. So I mean, I can explain. So I can explain everything, right? So Boogie has a condition called polycythemia, which means there's an elevation in his
Polycythemia vera.
No.
Polycythemia vera.
You fat fuck. I want to hear the guy that actually knows something.
Polycythemia vera.
Destiny,
He
go
knows
ahead.
more about my fucking medical diagnosis
yes,
than I do.
hear it. Well,
Go right the fuck ahead. I was in the fucking room. My girlfriend was in the fucking room when they told me. So go
You
right
are
the fuck ahead,
filibustering.
Destiny. Go right the
You
fuck
are
ahead.
Yo, be nice,
Okay,
Boogie.
yeah, I will go ahead.
Do you notice how angry he's getting? Look at him sipping on his little sippy cup. Oh, the BBC giving her the real fucking she deserves. Destiny. Arr, BBC. It's like it's his little comfort. I wonder, is that a tick? Is that a tick for Boogie? If we discovered a tick, if you ever play poker with Boogie, make sure you give him a giant fucking drink with a straw, because he'll be sucking and playing with that thing when he gets real angry. Also, you can hear the disdain and the anger in his voice. He is not a happy camper right now. Kind of reminds me of when he was going off on CoffeeZilla. He's a little upset. He's a little bit upset right now.
Okay, so I think that Boogie was told that he has polycythemia, which means he has an elevation of his red blood cells. Now, there is a cancer known as polycythemia vera, which is caused by a mutation in some part of your body that causes an elevation of 3 different levels of things that you'll find. One of those is the red blood cell count. However, when Boogie was talking about the polycythemia, he mentioned a couple things that I thought were interesting. The first was that taking an exogenous hormone, TRT, testosterone, that caused a increase in him developing this condition. So taking testosterone will not cause you to develop a cancer. That doesn't, not for this particular cancer, it won't. It will cause you to develop secondary polycythemia. And the second thing that he mentioned was that his doctor ordered a sleep study. That's because one of the things that can cause your body to produce more red blood cells is if you have hypoxemia, which is a lower count of, or a low amount of oxygen in your blood for an extended period of time. And the reason why he ordered that sleep study is probably because Boogie either has pulmonary obstructive something, or he has, as he mentioned, sleep apnea. And sleep apnea, which is a decrease in oxygen overnight, can lead to a decrease in oxygen in your blood, which can lead to an increase in the production of red blood cells. All of the things that Boogie described, both the things that cause this and the treatments for it, are consistent with secondary polycythemia. None of these are consistent with cancer, and the fact that he's saying that they've now ordered a biopsy 2 years after. Wait, 2 years after. Let me just finish real quick. Let me finish real quick. Real quick.
He's not done. He's not done.
Yeah. 2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you've just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
Is this House MD? Are we treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Because it was in my blood markers, and that's pretty goddamn definitive. You can Google that, Destiny. When you have the hormones, when you have the hormone in the blood that is produced by this cancer, it's pretty goddamn definitive. It doesn't show up for just the shit sakes of it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Boogie, you want to keep saying you're the patient. You know what you have in your body.
Destiny kind of lit his ass on fire there. Oh, he's fired up. Our little boy here. Our little Destiny got on the stepping stool and just took a swing at the bookstore. Oh, fuck. He's like, let me tell you this, fat boy. Okay, lard ass. I've read the Wikipedia articles, I read the white papers, and I think you're full of shit. And here's the reasons why. Boogie did not like that. Boogie is a little angry.
Body has.
Yes.
But when I go to the doctor, they give me shit like this, which is like papers.
Because I was going to say, Boogie can end this whole thing. Show me a single document with polycythemia vera on it. You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it.
Can I ask you something, Destiny? Is it possible that when the doctor was seeing him, they were asking you could have polycythemia, if I'm saying it correctly, or polycythemia vera, but you don't have the cancer version. You have this version.
Correct.
There is
polycythemia.
I'm asking him. Is it? It could be like a loss in translation type situation.
Yeah. So polycythemia just means you have an elevation of red blood cells. That's all it means. Your red blood cell count is high. And
so
I think
you can just be fat and sleep apnea can create
sleep apnea could do it. Yeah. Anything. Yeah. Like that could cause it. And the fact that Boogie said we knew that when I was taking TRT, this was a risk of that. That means that risk is to develop secondary polycythemia. That was the risk, and then that is what ended up happening, unfortunately. But it's not cancer. That was induced because of just a low oxygenation of the blood.
So why? Explain to me, Destiny, why there are markers, hormone markers in my blood that have tested positively for polycythemia vera.
If there was, then he wouldn't have.
Look at one of your medical papers, dude.
Yeah,
I'm never showing any of these motherfuckers my medical papers. Go fuck yourself. I said that 2 years ago, and I'm staying by it now. Destiny, Jackson Clark, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking.
Oh, there's our boy again. The mysterious Jackson Clark in the shadows. Oh, Jackson Clark makes another fucking appearance.
Die. It's my fucking goddamn medical record. I've given you every goddamn phone call. I've given you every fucking text. I've given you. It's never made a single goddamn thing better. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Go fuck yourselves.
You could easily end this right now by just showing.
I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP. I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP.
Okay, well, no, here's an easy question.
Goddamn thing. The last goddamn thing.
You're the one who's using
the fucking security I have in the fucking world.
So the easy thing here is if there are blood markers that definitively confirm polycythemia vera as a blood cancer, then why are they doing a biopsy?
Because I'm insisting on it. Because
Drop
I'm hoping
the microphone.
No, wait. Why would you have to insist on a biopsy if you can confirm with with blood markers? It's because you can't.
Because I'm hoping that I are wrong.
If you're hoping they're wrong, then why 2 years ago were you talking about fighting cancer? Why would you be talking about like?
I have been for 2 years.
Fighting cancer? How? With what? With blood thinners?
Oh, this one's for you, Boogie.
Because oh goddamn it! Because you treat polycythemia vera almost identically to the way that you treat polycythemia, because you can't attack the cancer directly. All you can do is treat the symptoms, and the symptoms are identical to polycythemia because it's the same fucking thing, with the exception of one's getting caused by an external source and the other's being caused by fucking cancer. And in this case, it's getting caused by fucking cancer. Destiny.
So I do do think there are different treatments available for polycythemia vera, and I think that the outcomes for that are significantly worse than just having it induced by some other thing like sleep apnea or hypoxia. But I mean, if you wanted to,
the treatment plan is pretty identical.
Yeah,
the treatment plan is pretty identical.
So if there are two huge things. So one, you could show it to a private party and they could confirm, somebody like Keemstar. But two, the issue is that if you want to keep your medical issues to yourself, I think everybody is entitled to that right, obviously. But if you're going to come out,
I should have never talked about it to begin with. I should have never talked about it to begin with.
Well, hold on.
No,
wait, hold on. Stop. Hold on.
One of the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe was because they verify, for the record.
Do you see how? Here's one of the interesting things. Like I debated with Destiny a couple times in the past. I was on streams with him. He loves like pill pull stuff. He likes the debate bro shit. But have you noticed that like everybody that talks to Boogie gets worn down? Do you see that like the stress sigh that Destiny gave out? Look at his face. Like CoffeeZilla, Destiny Keemstar, even myself, Ralph when he was on Ralph's show. Like everybody reaches that point where it's just like, oh fuck. You know what I mean? It's just so draining. It's what is that show about vampires, What We Do in the Dark? There's the energy vampire. That's Boogie. Like he just sucks it out of you, man. He just fucking drains you.
They verify.
They verify?
So
that would be the third party that I would.
Yeah, so GoFundMe does not do the best verification, as has been proven multiple times in the past. But the issue is that you say that you shouldn't have talked about it, but the fact is that you did. You did the day that you got the diagnosis. You were like, well, I was considering doing this, but I just got my diagnosis today. So you weren't considering. You did it instantly.
I sat on it for a while. I sat on it for a while.
Wait, on your tweet, did you not say that I got my diagnosis today and then talk about it?
They told me. Okay. They told me in the office that they were worried about it. Then they did the blood tests. Then, yes, I did tweet about it on the day that I got confirmation. But I sat on it for a couple of months before, or for a couple of weeks before talking about it because it took a while for us to get the blood results.
So you sat on it when you didn't know the answer? That's not called sitting on it. That's just called waiting for an answer. Also, if you were so keen on diagnosing whether you had cancer or not, why would you wait 2 years to get the biopsy?
I don't know if you've ever followed my Twitter before, but I tend to tweet shit as it happens. This one I decided to
real-time news, motherfucker.
I don't understand why you're waiting. I don't understand why you wait 2 years.
Solid cancer diagnosis.
Cancer's pretty fucking serious.
There is no cancer.
Cancer's pretty fucking serious.
It's secondary polycythemia. There is no cancer here. There's no proof of it. You can't show anybody proof of it because it's not real. And yeah, I don't know. As somebody that like his mom.
You know what I'm curious about? I want to check something. Because it's one of the other things that Boogie said, and I don't know. So I want to double check. So let's see. Okay. Oh, this is from, it's Australia, though. Let me see. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, do you remember when Boogie said that it was too intrusive and costly for him to do a bone marrow biopsy? Like, just a simple Google search. Like, okay, what does a bone marrow biopsy cost if you had zero insurance at all? Which Boogie does have insurance, but if you had absolutely no insurance and had to pay out of pocket, what's the price range on that? The cost of a bone marrow biopsy ranges anywhere from $1,600 to $2,000, while if you were to do a bone marrow transplant, it could be more. I don't see. This is what confuses me, because I know he's got that kind of money. We know he has that. I mean, fuck, he scammed people, and he was making that kind of money just off of fucking Lolco. He was making that money just off of fucking YouTube. This isn't like, I know that like some people, if you go in for like imaging can cost you a lot of money. The reason imaging costs you a lot of money is the hospital or the clinic or whoever has the imaging equipment has to pay for the machine. And the machine is millions of fucking dollars. So they divide the cost of that up between every patient. That's why a fucking CAT scan or a CTA or MRI or MRA or a PET scan or whatever the fuck you're getting can be a ridiculous amount of money. It could be $5,000, $6,000. But that's not the same with, I guess, a bone marrow biopsy where they're literally sticking a needle, just a basic bitch, big ass needle into you, and then sending it off to get stained and slide, you know, on a slide or whatever. I don't know that his story is not good. But let's continue watching Destiny tear him apart.
Mom had cancer. It's just a little bit gross. I feel like when people are talking publicly about fighting cancer.
Who
and
is
stuff.
the person that faked cancer before? The chick. You know who I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah, only had cancer once. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a vintage meme.
No, that's
a
classic.
vintage.
Wasn't it Emily from RuneScape or
There's
something?
so many people that don't know that meme right now.
Can I ask Boogie? Is it possible that you just jumped the gun on releasing your diagnosis thing?
No.
You don't think you jumped the gun a little bit?
Anything is possible, sure.
I just don't understand why you won't just go grab a piece of paper and just disprove them.
Because
you
I don't have
all these
printouts,
feelings.
He has nothing with those words on it.
Number two, and like I said a year ago, when these motherfuckers tried to get it to begin with, this is the one last thing I have left. You motherfuckers were in my marriage. You guys were in everything else. You're in every aspect of my life. Fuck you. Let me have one goddamn.
See, I don't know. I don't buy this. This argument's bullshit to me. You put out everything about your life, Boogie. You made the decision. You made the decision. You've done, even outside of Mike Klum's documentary, every single thing that has ever affected you positively or negatively, you have run to the internet to share it. Weight loss, teeth, molestation, abuse, a marriage falling apart, your divorce, financial difficulties, and now an illness. You made the choice to introduce those into the public discussion, into the public arena. You can't get upset then afterwards that it gets talked about. You can get annoyed and perturbed and then show people that you're telling the truth by providing some simple documentation. Like, I made the choice when I got sick with cancer, when shit went wrong for me, to talk about it. Now it's in the public discourse. And after hearing, how about Dayton, Ohio, Mersh, go on for years saying I was faking it, all I had to do was show a piece of paper. Now, granted, I found it amusing that he kept going on about it, but eventually it just got annoying. But, Boogie, if you have this information, if you've got this, this golden bullet that will end it, make Destiny apologize, and, he tried pulling this shit on the podcast where he's like, Mutahar won't pay me, he's a liar, Destiny would never apologize. I don't believe that for a second. I think if Boogie pulled out the paperwork and it showed that he had cancer, Destiny absolutely would apologize. I believe that. And I believe that Mutahar would absolutely have paid the money he promised to pay if he put it up. I have no reason to doubt either of those guys. But you put everything in a public discourse, every aspect of your life, and then you want to act like, oh no, this is a sacred thing that can't be talked about. Even though you've talked about it a lot. You've talked about it quite a bit. And you've used it as reasonings for actions you've taken that have fucked over other people, namely in the crypto scam. And CoffeeZilla confronts you on that, and then you get angry with him and start yelling at him. Just like you're yelling at Destiny and yelling at Tommy and yelling at fucking Wings and everybody else. So no, you don't get to pull this is the private bit. There is no private bit. You stripped away the privacy of it when you made it a central part of your online activities for 2 years.
What you're trying to tell me?
Tomorrow.
That's everybody.
Lead. Boogie lies about cancer than to hand this shit over to you pieces of shit. That's just. I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that. Go ahead, print it, Dexerto. Go ahead and print it.
Can you get your patient portal up on your phone and send it
Sure.
to Tommy?
And I'm not going to.
He's never doing that. He does not have a cancer diagnosis. There is 0% chance that he has one. Remember, every leading thing for this cancer diagnosis the doctor talked about has to do with secondary polycythemia. The sleep apnea was a contributor to that, and the TRT was a contributor to that.
Of course, except for the hormone markers in my blood.
But if you had hormone markers for it, that's either a definitive diagnosis, in which case you wouldn't be getting a biopsy 2 years later, or it wasn't definitive and you would have gotten a biopsy 2 years later instead of saying they're treating you for cancer for 2 years. You just said before that you don't have the money for extra medical stuff. If they don't need that test to confirm cancer, why would you spend extra money on a biopsy they don't need?
I don't know if you heard of this, Destiny. I just got a bit of a windfall.
Ooh.
Might have heard about it.
Yeah, you may have heard of it.
We have.
What's
Yes,
what's a windfall?
He did a $10,000 crypto scam, using partly his cancer thing as an excuse for why he needed to scam his fans. But
I just want to. I want to join real quick because you just got caught lying about me to CoffeeZilla.
Seems like a lot of effort to go through.
And now you're being confronted. And now you're being confronted on one of the biggest lies on internet history. And you won't prove it?
No.
You won't prove it?
I'd rather you go ahead and print it.
If this is true, and you lied about cancer, this is the biggest scandal on the internet.
And it's not, but go ahead and print it anyway. Go ahead and print it anyway. I pretty much prove it. None of you motherfuckers.
Fucking
I said this
prove
2
it.
years ago, and I'm not doing it today. Go right ahead. Print it. Print it the way it is. Go right ahead.
Print it. Run it.
I'm okay.
Okay, so I guess just to wrap up, because we don't want to take all you guys' time tonight.
Very
so just as
busy
a couple
people.
things, right? So the story as laid out,
Yes.
if you look up secondary polycythemia versus
Yes.
polycythemia vera, all of the leading things that Boogie talks about leading to his condition are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not the mutation that would cause polycythemia vera. The things that Boogie says that his doctor wants him to check for afterwards, like doing a sleep study, are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not primary polycythemia.
also
And the fact that he says, I'm almost done.
yeah.
The fact that he says that he had the blood markers or something to confirm it 2 years ago, but is now getting a biopsy for secondary confirmation, even though he says he doesn't have the money for medical bills, but I guess now that he does have money, he's going to waste all of it on biopsying things that are already confirmed, or at least confirmed enough that he wanted to talk about it publicly for 2 years ago, and then use it to fundraise the money that he now has so that he can do the biopsy that I don't
Where
even
did
think
they
he's doing, by the way. I don't
Where
think
did
he's
they
actually doing that
fundraise? Where did
biopsy.
they
I think that's a lie as well.
Where did they
And
fundraise?
if you wanted
Just
to
summarize.
disprove if you wanted to disprove it, all he has to do is show a private party this particular
let
medical
me-
thing, and yeah, and it would be.
And I never
That's
will.
also fraud.
Just-
That's just
medical
fraud.
record.
To
Listen.
summarize, Jesse, you're basically saying he's kind of unlucky he doesn't have cancer.
I mean, for this particular case, yeah. I mean, if you want, here, I'll do this. If Boogie can confirm if Boogie can confirm that he has polycythemia vera,
Wait.
and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer, I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
No fucking way. No fucking- Get
Hey, you need
10,000.
money.
You're not
You
seeing
get-
my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical records.
$5,000.
I said this.
Wait, I don't get it. You leak your own medical history, but you won't leak
Just
the
remember,
confirmation.
okay, so then I just want people to remember in the future then, when Boogie says, I have to do XYZ scam to raise money because my medical bills are hurting so much, he can speak publicly about his medical issues to scam his fans to raise money, but he can't take $5,000 to privately confirm a diagnosis that he already publicly said that he has. Doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Even I have a fucking limit. Even I have a fucking limit.
What's the limit, though? Yeah,
It's a
I
bad-
think you
limit
can
is
probably
medical
understand that
record.
he, there's a big history of people, I guess, scamming people with cancer, and it's like the worst of the worst.
Yeah, and this is another thing I don't get. I've been pretty clear about this. You know, when I did my little, I'm done on the internet stream because my health has gone to shit, right? And my health has gone to shit. It's gone downhill. But one of the motivations I have for streaming is I want to try to set up my wife to be as comfortable as she can be. The thought of putting me in the dirt and then she's got to worry about, oh, the fucking furnace doesn't work, or oh, there's some fucking issue with the house, or there's some fucking issue with this. I want everything set up so she has nothing to worry about. That's my motivation. And Boogie tries to present himself in a somewhat similar manner, that he wants to have things, set up and under control for his, I don't know if she's his girlfriend or fiance, Desi, whatever it is. So I do streams and, they're on different subjects, whatever. I sell hats and there's super chats, that kind of shit. He's getting an opportunity to get 85 grand, right? $85,000. The amount of things he could do to set up and to make sure that she's taken care of, if that's his priority, if he's got a similar mindset to what I have, I can't imagine not taking that. To me, that doesn't make sense. To me, it doesn't make sense that you would walk away from that kind of a windfall. I mean, am I alone in this chat? Because it doesn't make any fucking sense to myself. He has an opportunity to make sure that she doesn't have to worry about a mortgage, or about food, or about, the electric bill, or the car, or home repairs, or any of that shit. She'd be set. If this is something that he's worried is going to wipe him out, it's going to take him out with his other conditions, and it's going to knock him down. And on top of that, he gets to prove everybody that ever doubted him to be the biggest assholes. Doesn't make sense. I'm literally here streaming to you with broken ribs. I'm streaming to you with broken fucking ribs on painkillers with ice packs. One, because this does actually interest me, but two, because I want to sell some fucking hats. Generally it's laughing at retards to sell hats. This just happened to kind of weirdly align with my own personal situation. But it seems to have weirdly aligned with a lot of people's personal situations. Wings mentioned, I think he said his wife had to deal with thyroid cancer. I think Destiny said something about his mom having to deal with cancer. It touched a raw nerve, I think, with a lot of people. The idea that this guy's out there hustling and using this as an excuse to get money is really distasteful. And it makes it more believable that he's full of shit, that he won't take 85 grand to show one person one single scrap of information confirming this. I mean, there's nothing that diagnosis would have in it that will, divulge private information that it would be negative to him. It's not like it's asking where his doctor works or what health network he's in or what medical insurance he goes through or how much his procedure costs. It literally just says, yeah, you've got cancer. Sorry. Well, not that exactly, but basically. And then he walks away with 85 grand and apologies from all these people, but he won't do it. Yeah, that just smells like bullshit. Now, everybody may end up eating crow. He could come out tomorrow and show everybody that he does have cancer. He could have his doctor show up on screen and tap dance with the paperwork in his hands and be like, I told you. But he would still be the biggest idiot on the fucking face of the earth because he walked away from $85,000 by waiting to do that. And it makes no fucking sense. So that brings us to our poll, chat. Our Blues Clues poll. Let me get this set up here. So what's the real story? Has cancer and is an idiot. Jumped the gun. Got, too excited he jumped the gun. Or terrible person outright lying. I'm going to put up the Blues Clues music. I'm going to put up the poll here. And I'm going to let you vote. And we're going to Blues Clues our ways. Though. Can I find the remix here? Such a good remix. Of course I can. I think this is the right one. This video has so many stupid views on it now because I've used it so many times. By the way, anybody that's ever looking for it, it's the Blues Clues. That's the first clue. Remix Maniacs. If you ever want to go trying to find it, by the way. Okay, let me start up. We'll take a small break. We'll do a 5-minute break. I'm going to let everybody vote here, and then we're going to come back and we're going to see what the general public thinks after listening to bits and pieces, after watching the last 3 to 4 weeks transpire, after watching Destiny eviscerate him, unmercifully eviscerate him. So where's the poll option? Okay, start poll. Poll is a go. The poll is a go. Put the little pudding up. I'm going to go grab a drink. I'll be right back. Put up some music here too.
We gotta find now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find
Oh boy. Oh, it's time to look at the results, folks. All right, let me get a little pudding off here, get the break off here. Let's see what we got. So after 5 minutes, 6,000, roughly 6,000 votes. Here's the breakdown. I'll pull this up so we got it fully in view. Oh, my little pudding, is he still going? There we go. The little pudding's gone. Here are the final results. 66% terrible person outright lying. Second place, distant second place. 29% jumped the gun. And 5% believe he has cancer and is in fact an idiot. He is in fact 250 people, Boogie. Well, 300 people. 300 people, Boogie, think that you're just really fucking stupid. The other 5,700 believe that you're a lying sack of pig shit that is taking advantage of everybody. Is taking advantage of everybody in a really reprehensible fucking way. Is that fair, chat? Am I being fair in my prognostication? My diagnosis. I know I didn't pull a Destiny there where I got my little notepad out. God, I should hire Destiny. Destiny, can you figure out what's going on with me? Can we get Destiny to Dr. House me? Destiny, if I sent you my medical records, will you do your little Wikipedia shit and figure out what the fuck is going on? Oh, let me end the poll. There we go. Maybe I've been doing this wrong. Going to Mayo and shit. I should have contacted fucking Destiny and been like, you need to solve this. I saw the work you did with Boogie. Can you fucking solve this for me? I'd forever be grateful. Oh my God. I might even vote for one of your political candidates, Destiny. I'll elect a communist if you can figure this out. How's that for an offer? Oh my God. Let me pull up a few things here. Little bits and pieces. As we're talking about Boogie. You know, Boogie's got an extensive history. There's a lot going on with our little Boogie boy here. And it's hard to keep track of some of it sometimes because he does so much shit. He lies so much. He gets involved in so many shenanigans. And it would be nice if there were like a little video hub that you could go to get the information that you need. Like with our other favorite boy, Patrick Tomlinson, there was Cryptic Web Chronicles, somebody that basically documents all the crazy things that he does, really stays on top of it, great videos. I know some people have an issue with the AI, but I don't. But it's good nonetheless. But is there a resource, I hear you saying? Is there a resource that we can use to watch and learn more about Boogie? Is there something out there that we could sit down, a playlist perhaps that may exist somewhere on the internet, that would really help to explain why Boogie is such a fucking retard? Why such a problem? Yes, this is just me stalling to get everything pulled up on screen. Let me pull this up on screen. Let me do a shout out here, because it always ends up well for me. I've noticed every time I go on a show or shout out somebody, it's like a year later they hate me. So whatever. Start the clock. Let's talk about this. This YouTube content creator by the name of Saturated Content has been following the Boogster for a while and has a very large playlist of all his fuck-ups going back over a year, covering all the high points in depth, going over the details you may be interested in, things you might never have heard of, bring up those details in a funny and entertaining way. And that playlist is called, I like the fucking picture, feel bad for me. The playlist is called Verified Tesla Owner. Again, the YouTube channel is Saturated Content, ASTURATED and the playlist Verified Tesla Owner. And there's all bunch of Boogie videos on there. There's Boogie lore I was completely unaware of because I really don't pay that much attention to them outside of the giving her the real fucking videos or the welcome to the sub club stuff. Knew a little bit about Tesla, a little bit about the subreddit, some of his deceptions here and there, but holy shit. It's like a cornucopia. It's a buffet of the Boogster. It's quite a lot of shit. And if you've got time to kill, videos, if you add them all up time-wise, you're looking at, I don't know, 10 to 20 hours of Boogie content. So again, Saturated Content, Verified Tesla Owner, for those of you looking to get a better grip of what's going on. the lore causes illness, it's a potential possibility. Yeah, and watch Andrew Ditch or Andy Ditch. Jesus Christ, those videos were fucking holy fuck. Holy fuck. The Andy Ditch stuff was was a little bit much. That's a dude that likes to live in diapers, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. But I wanted to leave you with something to watch. I was planning on going a little longer than this, but like I said, my ribs are kind of acting up, and I have to read through super chats because I don't like to ignore those. For anybody that sent anything through Cash App or Ko-Fi, I will read through them. But I wanted to cover the follow-up to this and sum it up as this. I mean, I think I've said this consistently now throughout the stream. I think it's pretty fucking clear. There's no sensible reason on God's green earth that Boogie would refuse to take $85,000 to prove he has the disease he has when he gets to shit over the people that he hates. And it's clear he hates them because he gets very standoffish and mad when they question him. If you're in dire financial straits, either because of illness or just you're bad with money, and you have a chance at getting 85 grand, you're going to take that money. There's no conceivable reason for him to say no. Why he wouldn't do it, I couldn't tell you. Is it possible he has cancer? Sure. Could he come out tomorrow and prove he has cancer? Sure. But he'll still be the biggest idiot on God's green earth for not taking that money when he could have. But my gut feeling tells me there's something fucky going on here. We saw the poll results. It seems like the audience agrees. You saw what a majority of people who have been watching this take place now for the last month have thought, that there's just something off about what's going on. It doesn't make sense. But you can't build yourself up as a, semi-public figure and share every detail of your life on the internet and then, I guess, act offended or find it weird that people are pushing for more information. Especially when you weave this into being a part of everything. Like it'd be one thing if it was just like you were a dude that did videos and you got cancer and that was the one private thing you talked about a little bit and then that was it. I think more people would be like, okay, whatever. He's more of a private person. But it's like everything you do, Boogie, is public. Everything you do is something that you put out there for people to ingest. And it's built into all the shows and the videos you do. Any aspect of your life becomes part of the show. So now this has become part of the show because you've got people like Destiny and others that doubt that you're telling the truth. And rather than face that head on, send a screen cap to fucking, I don't know, CoffeeZilla. Because it seems to me like he's somebody that wouldn't, want to go to jail for violating HIPAA. I don't think fucking Keemstar would either. I don't think they're going to share your personal shit, even if it is just a screen cap of a diagnosis. But you wouldn't even do that. I mean, fuck me. Even Mundane Matt showed his fucking flag history. But like, this is a hill that you want to die on. This is the line that you don't want to cross. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's hard for me to take you seriously when you say you want to set up a nest egg or whatever for the girl, Desi, whatever it is, your girlfriend or fiance, whatever she is, that you want to set up a nest egg for, but then you're unwilling to do this. Because $85,000, that is a lot of money. That's problem-solving money. That's mortgage-solving money. That's we've got years of breathing room sort of money. If you live frugally, if you're an idiot, it wouldn't last you, but if you're a normal person, that should last you like 2 or 3 years. So it makes zero sense to me. I've just confused old man over here that's unsure of what the fuck it is you're doing. But I just don't buy it. I think there's something else going on. If that's you faking it, that's you faking it. If that's you jumping the gun, that's you jumping the gun. But it's a bad look, and I don't know why you'd willingly take it on. It makes no sense also to just walk away from every single revenue stream you have. That's not teaching anybody any lessons. Nobody's going to remember you did that. Like, if you drop dead 2 years from now because you really have cancer, everybody's going to say, oh, wasn't that the idiot that didn't take the $85,000 and ended up homeless? Wow, he was fucking stupid. Nobody's going to be like, what a valiant sacrifice he made. I mean, what is she going to do? Build a house out of fucking magic cards? Oh, I use the green ones for the roof, and all the white cards are my basement because they're so sturdy. I use Sarah Angels to enforce my stairs. Oh, the counter spells for my washing machine so it doesn't flood. Like, what is that future looking like? The only reason I can think of that you wouldn't take the money is that you know you're gonna, you can't, essentially. You know you're unable to, because you did a no. Terrible, shameful. Let me do one last check here before we jump into super chat stuff. Let me do one last check and see if the Trump shooter has been identified by name or if we found their YouTube channel and they're a spaz. No, we've got like 1 million pictures of him fist pumping, though. God damn, that picture is going to be in a history book. Yep, still nothing. I'm still not seeing anything super new here. Oh, wait, we might have something. Hold on. House of suspected Trump shooter. They're giving a name. I'll just do the first name right now. Maxwell. Put into jail for 1 year for protesting against Trump. Also, check out the photos. Oh, shit, that does look like him. Oh, wait, nope. Now we've got something else. Shooter at Trump rally identified as a 20-year-old male from the local area. Name has not yet been released. Yeah, it's too all over the place. They've got a picture, but nobody knows for sure. I just don't like it. I don't like it when they hold it back. You'd think they'd fucking put it out there, but how many hours passed? And still no information. What a fucking day. Trump gets shot at, walks it off. Richard Simmons dies, and we give him a little tribute. Boogie continues to destroy his life because he's an idiot. Didn't get a chance really to look at low-tier credit, but he's got his own shit. How did they find his credit report? How the fuck did they get that information? That still boggles my mind. I mean, sure, they could have brute forced, I guess, his social, but you'd think there'd be like some safeguards, or he would have been aware that this was happening. Maybe he got like, tricked. He got fooled and gave out the information from some like phishing scam and he wasn't paying attention. Some kind of backdoor on his computer. I don't know, but it's really weird. But I've been watching that. Oh boy. All right, let's change the segment overlay here. Oops, hold on one sec, chat. Super chats, there we go. I'll get Ko-Fi and Cash App up here and we'll start reading through stuff. Everybody that came out and stuck around, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I know it was a bit scattershot. That's mostly because some lunatic tried to kill Donald Trump. Who fucking, it's just unreal. It's unreal. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see who the shooter ends up being, what their background is, if they're connected to anybody. I have a feeling it's the start of a shit show, and it'll be interesting to see where it leads. It's just, I don't know how wild this fucking election season is going to get or where it's going to go. As for Richard Simmons, rest in peace, I guess. And had to talk about that, and then Boogie, of course. So it was a little bit all over the place. I had a different show structure kind of planned, but the Trump thing was too... I mean, come on, you can't... where's that picture? Did I get rid of it? No, I didn't get rid of it, did I? Oh, no, it's a different angle. Yeah, it's a second angle of him giving a fist pump. They're all giving him a group hug, and he's like, no, let me at him. I want to fucking kill that son of a bitch. I love it. He looks mad. I like that he looks mad. That's part of why I like this particular picture. He looks pissed off. Like, you took a shot at me, I'm going to kick your ass. Let me at the motherfucker that just shot at me. He looks like, that's some, like, you realize how old he is. Like, I'm trying to imagine, like, some typical grandpa gets shot in the head, and it's like, let me at him. I'm going to fuck him up. But nope, that's Trump. He's ready to go start some shit. I'll teach him a fucking lesson, buddy. Punish Donald. There you go. Punish Donald. Oh, man. This country's fucking insane. Be sure to pay attention. Well, you just watch the next couple of days. Like that CNN article, that Fox one. Donald Trump fell at a rally. No, you mean he got shot in his head? The fuck? Just watch the news coverage in the shed. It'll be real eye-opening as to who says what and why. But anyway, like I said, thanks for coming out. I'm going to get all the Super Chat stuff up and ready to go. Excuse me, fuck. Let me shill hats one last time. I'll put the hat song on. We'll get into Super Chats. Everybody else, like I said, that came out, thanks for coming out. Keep your eyes peeled. That information on the shooter has to come out eventually. They can't hold on to it forever. I don't know who's going to drop it, if it'll get leaked, whatever. But within the next 24 hours, we should have a name. I get the distinct feeling that they know the name, obviously, and they're probably trying to scrub every piece of social media because they do that every time, but this time it's a real big deal. So like every YouTube account, every Instagram, all that shit. I bet they release a name and they're like, oh, this guy had no online accounts. What a coincidence. Yeah, I'm sure. What a shock. Oh, wow, it's so surprising they have nothing online. Whoever foresaw that coming? Okay, let's see here. Okay. Anyway, have a good night for those taking off. Everybody sticking around. Give it a couple minutes. I'm going to let the merch song play, and then we'll jump into Super Chats. By buying a goddamn American capitalist hat. Oh, got to use that USA dollars to do it. Where are you going to do that, you ask? Well, you don't really ask, but I'm going to show you anyway. Fuck you. I'm going to show you anyway. Oh, look at those hats. Quality fucking hats, ladies and gentlemen. Wear it around town. It looks fancy. Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat. Look at those hats. Quality fucking hats, ladies and gentlemen. Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat. Wear it around town. It looks fancy. Buy a hat for your hat. When I'm sad, pay me. It's the only cure, really. When you're very sad, you need to pay me money. You gotta buy my fucking hats. All right, that's the only way you're gonna teach these communists their fucking place. These lemon-loving motherfuckers. It's by buying a goddamn American capitalist hat. Oh, gotta use that USA dollars to do it. Buy a hat for your hat. Quality fucking hats, ladies and gentlemen. Buy a hat for your hat. Wear it around town. It looks fancy. Buy a hat for your hat. For your hat. Too much. Love the red, white, blue. Love my apple pie and baseball. Sometimes I just look at the Statue of Liberty. It's so goddamn beautiful. Oh, that is good stuff. You know what? Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat. You know what? Buy a hat for your hat. To sell you beautiful fucking hats. We all love Jim's hats. Let me move a little bit. Over on Shopify. Metokur.myshopify.com. Buy the finest hats available. You gotta do this. You're gonna do that over at my store. Buy my hats. Teach the communists a lesson. Fuck the lemon. Buy a hat. I gotta do this. Buy my hat. I gotta do this. Buy my hat. You know what? Buy a hat for your hat. I gotta do this. Buy my hat. I gotta do this. Buy a hat for your hat. Quality. Buy my hat. I gotta do this. Buy a hat for your hat. I gotta do this. Buy my hat. I gotta do this. Buy a hat for your hat. Oh, holy shit. Oh, what a fucking beautiful ending to this. Oh, God. Let me get a cigarette for this one. Oh boy, breaking news for everybody that actually stuck around. Literally after saying, oh, I'm sure, they'll eventually release the name. It looks like the New York Post has released the name. Thomas Matthew Crooks has been ID'd as the gunman who shot at Trump during the rally. Right now, the information being released is he's 20 years old, and his name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. Let me pull up the story here, see if I can get any more information on it. It's going to autoplay a video, obviously, because it's annoying. Let's see. The gunman who attempted to assassinate the president was identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, squeezed off shots, one of which grazed Trump in the ear at an outdoor rally in Butler, just outside Pittsburgh. Sources said Crooks was planted on a roof of a manufacturing plant more than 130 yards away from the stage where Trump was speaking. And that is literally, let's see. He was killed by Secret Service snipers. An AR-style assault rifle was later recovered. Bethel Park is a village 40 miles south of where Butler rally was held. Why Crooks fired on the presumptive Republican presidential nominee is still as yet unclear. This is a developing news story. So there we go. That's the first one to come out with it, New York Post. Let's see if any of the other news outlets are starting to run with it here. Let me just try a second search. Or if it's just them. Okay, no, it looks like it's just them. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what their source is. They're not really. They're saying they were told, but they're not saying who they were told by. Let's try this. Yeah, it looks like one other outlet just released it too, saying it's the same guy, same age. So we got two, New York Post and something called Head Topics. I don't know what news outlet that is, but those are the two right now reporting that the gunman is a 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. So happy hunting if you're looking for social media accounts. That would be, I guess, where everybody's going to start looking. What you'll find, I have no idea. They're listing no information at all in regards to this guy. Just the name and the age. Yes, chat, the 3-name meme. Yes, I noticed it too. All the comments underneath the fucking New York Post thing are all mentioning it as well. You always need 3 fucking names. Okay, let me get the Ko-Fi and Cash App thing. I'll keep one of the tabs open in the background just in case any more information pops up as we're reading through these. Maybe more info gets dropped on this guy now that there's actually like a name. So let me just read through these. We'll start with Cash App first. From Hutch, Sweetie Squad Forever, much love, Jim, for cigarettes. Well, thank you very much. We got one from Sneed here. You ever been to the Northwest, Jim? Are you talking about like Washington and Oregon, or are you talking about like inside of Minnesota? But no, I've never been to Washington or Oregon. Another one from Sneed. Bossman got released. Yeah, I saw that. So did he make bail, or did they let him out on his own recognizance? I haven't had a chance to really read up on it. From Fresh Bed Sheets, where did you get that photo of Trump? Source. Which one? You mean the one that was at the top of the... oh, yeah, hold on. Let me see. Let me pull this up here. You talking about this one? I pulled that directly off a live stream that was happening. One of the cameras had a straight-on shot, so that's where I got that one from. The other one is circulating on social media. It's pretty much everywhere, to be honest. From Dominic, how can I read up on Boogie lore? More of a reader. Well, if you want Boogie lore, that's fair enough, because I was going to talk about that. Over in the Boogie thread, in fact, let me see if I can find it. 1 second. Did I save it? I believe it's page, okay. If you go to Kiwi Farms and go to the Boogie thread On page 2904 is an appendix. Somebody made like an entire fucking glossary of every Boogie shenanigan you could want to think of and linked to it throughout the entire website. So if you want to read up on Boogie lore, page 2904, you'll find that listing that has links to everything Boogie's ever done. Or if you want it in video form, you go to watch saturated content. From Hunter, Boogie shot Trump. That's right. Yeah, that bullet came down and got him. From Oof for 50. Get well, Jim. Love your work. Thank you very much. From Thalium, God bless Jimbo. Thank you. God bless as well. From Ryan, I must ask, do you like metal or no? Any favorite bands? Yes, I do like metal. I do enjoy metal. Oh God, you know who I really like, or I've been listening to a lot? Let me see if I can pull them up here. Give me 1 second. Am I going to be able to find this though? Will I find it in a reasonable amount of time, or am I going to waste everybody's time as I dig through all of this? He's done a lot of remixes. Let me see. What if I went here? I'm trying to find it, Jet. Just give me one moment. Is there a way to? Is there a way to find it? Oh, okay. One of the things I actually ended up liking was there's a dude on YouTube called Alex Terrible. Does like a lot of Doom covers, adds vocals into a lot of the Doom shit. It's pretty fucking great. I like his stuff. If you want to go listen to something, it's pretty good. Let's see. From Steven, longtime sub, showing love. Well, welcome to the sub club, Steven. From Owen, Heil Trump. From Elena, thanks for supporting Jade. You're too good for us. From Fox Mulder, who's on the case. Got a payment, but no message. Spooky. Maybe the aliens intercepted it. From Jab, a Boogie beat you and Destiny. Beat us to death. Smacked us around. From Joseph, Boogie don't have cancer fund. From Super Sasha X, Boogie, I was pretending to be retarded. Is that what was he pretending? I decided to pretend to be retarded on this one. Walked away from all that money. Just thought I'd have a little bit of a giggle. Sorry, I'm just checking back and forth. Any more information on our shooter popping up here? From Cassie, fuck Boogie. I always hated that pathetic piece of shit. From Nicholas, thanks for the good times. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. From Kay, here's lunch for you, Jim. Have a good night, bro. Thank you very much. From Zach, get well soon, funny internet man. From Mark Ferguson, Chudbud, thanks for the great streams. From Maria, what anime have you been watching lately? I haven't really been watching like anything like superly new. I kind of went back to watch Overlord again. So I've been rewatching like season 1 of Overlord. That's what's got my attention. That's what I've gone to. I see a bunch of ones in chats. Are we taking a vote on something? Is everybody talking about metal while I'm reading these? No, somebody in chat dropped a name. Yeah, I just talked about that, Brandis. Yeah, they're the first ones I've seen to actually put a name out. Maybe one of the only ones so far to like publicly stand behind it. From Sega, remember how we all came together on 9/12/2001? From Luke, I really hope you're real, Jim. Lol, let's fucking go. Oh, let's fucking go. From Michelle for 50. Whoa. One for you and one for your wife. Well, thank you very much. From Jalen for 1488. Jade Sushi Fund. Please, Jim, stop breaking ribs. God, I'd love to. It hurts like a motherfucker. Can I tell you, it's Jesus Christ, it actually really is painful. From the Phantasm, play Moon Cricket's Rapocalypse as the outro. You know, I might. I don't think anybody on YouTube has heard that. That was more of like a stream me. Not a stream me. That was more of an Odyssey thing. From Matthew, please call my brother Edward a raging queen. Thanks. Well, now he knows, Matthew. From Mark, no message on that one. Jesus himself sent something. Oh, it says just Juju come. Thank you very much, Jesus. Just mega. Got one from the Phantasm for 100. Calm Jade down with 2 crushed goofballs in the food. Yeah, but then I would be lacking goofballs. From Dominic, do you believe the end times are on the way? I don't know. Personally, for me, probably. For the world, I don't know. Has a way to keep ticking by. Always find yourself a nice island, you know. A nice island out there that's just away from everybody. Like, what is Tonga? I think Tonga has a population of like 30 people. You could take it over. I'm going to be real with you. You could overthrow Tonga if you really wanted to. Make it your own. From Ray, thanks, Jim, for the comfort. Things are getting mad. Yeah, things are getting crazy out there. From Kenyon, for I'll say it again, righteous indignation. From Heather Corky for 150. Continued prayers for you, Jim. Much love to you and Jade. Well, thank you very much. Got one from JD here. So you can buy some new Logitech mics. I love my broken Logitech mic. They're going to bury it with me. From Devin, for Daddy Jim, to pay my dues to outer child heaven. Well, there we go. From Janeska, I'm saying that right? Sending cigarette cash, bless the archivers. Yeah, the archivers and restreamers do a bang-up job, because usually I always delete my streams right afterwards. I always find it weird. People get upset. They're like, oh, you can't, I don't want people restreaming my stuff. Don't put my clips. I don't give a shit. If you're a restreamer, restream the shit out of it. Go ahead and monetize yourself. I don't care. Put those clips up. Make that money. From Reese, accept Christ, I was saved. So can you, Jim. I love you. Well, thank you very much. From Esoteric, NeoGaf was right about hanging Boogie. Yeah, Boogie has not been super popular with really any community that's existed online. Eventually, the tides turn and they all start to fucking hate him. From Kenny, lolcall IBS. Got one from Logan here. Gonna miss the stream, sorry. Love you, Jim. Well, hey, things happen. And I think we're caught up on Cash App. Oh, nope, 2 more here. I'll pop through those and then we'll jump over out of Ko-Fi. One from Austin, but there's no message on that one. And then one from James. Boogie was aiming at the Children's Cancer Ward. I'm fairly certain we all know that. I think that's where he was going. Yeah, you're right on that. It's terrible. Well, wow, what kind of man would do such a thing? Okay, let me load up Ko-Fi. This takes just a second. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Actually, let me jump over real quick. I'm going to check Twitter one more time, see if we got any information on the shooter. Holy shit, somebody has footage of him opening shot. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, wow, they've actually got footage of him up on the rooftop opening fire. Should we go for it, chat? Should we go for it? Chat. Let me just pull this up. See, I knew somebody would have to have video footage of this. It just has to exist. Okay, one second here. Let me just getting it up here. Of course, TMZ. Why would TMZ not be the one to have the fucking footage of this? Of course. All right, let's go, boys. So this is allegedly the first footage we've got of the shooter actually up on the rooftop on the depot, whatever it is, across the street from the rally. This is him caught live on video lining up his shots. So let's take a look here. Hold on one sec. Pull it up on Firefox. Hopefully you can see that. That's as good as I can get it. I don't know about the audio. I'll adjust as we go.
I hope he's turning this way. Be careful, guys.
What are you doing?
Holy shit, did they take him out that quickly? Did you hear that guy? He said he's down already. That was in the span of 30 seconds. Wow, their counter sniper took his head off in less than 30 seconds.
Dad, where's Seth? Dude, that's exactly why we need fucking Trump here.
Oh, the fucking Secret Service don't fuck around, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, they weren't fucking around. They took his ass out immediately. Did you see that shit? Chat. That was so quick. He opened fire and they took him out in the span of seconds. That sniper, that counter sniper, whoever that was, took his ass out without hesitation. Actually? Actually? Was that wrong? Is that where he wandered off to? Is he on the grassy knoll with the shooter? Jesus. Holy shit. You want me to play it again? People are saying playing it in. I mean, that's fine. I can do that. Let me reload this. Again, the top, you might be a little confused. The top of what you're looking at is actually a still frame shot showing him just lined up ahead. But the bottom portion, the second half of the video itself is a live video. So there's a photo on top and then the live video itself. You see what I mean? Like how there's a split. So, but I play it one more time here. If you want to hear Ross in the background,
I hope he's turning this way. Be careful, guys.
What are you doing?
Where's that?
Somebody go shot. He's right there. I'm sure the stop. Oh no. Are we in court? Yes. What the fuck is going on? Ross!
Dad, where's Seth?
Ross, where are you? Mama is very upset right now. Ross is really getting his ass reamed out, isn't he? She's got the most shrill voice. Ross, where are you, my baby boy? Ross, where did you go? The sniper's on the rooftops, Ross. You hush now, Ross. You're making Mama mad. Holy shit. See if you can find a local interview with a dude named Ross looking embarrassed as fuck as his mother screams in the most, like, cliched Brooklyn Jewish old lady voice in the background screaming for him as he's trying to, like, duck his head like, I don't know who she is. I don't know. That lady, I've never met her before in my life. I'm not sure who she is. Why is everybody looking at me? I'm not sure who this woman is. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me at all. Okay, so this is what I was waiting for. I figured eventually we were going to start getting some footage. God, they took him out. I'm trying to see if, I'm just taking a second to see if there's any more footage. Okay, yeah, no, they've identified him. And it was a picture of the dude we saw earlier. So it is Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20 years old, from Bethel Park. AR-15 is what he had on him. Shot in the head after he tried taking out the former president. They've got another, like, where are they getting all these side profile pictures from? Somebody has access to his social media. Just dump it. We need to know. We need to know, don't we, chat? I'll put up another picture for you, so you can take a quick look. It's a little better than the previous one I put up. But this is apparently the dude. There you go, chat. That is the shooter. That is our 20-year-old shooter that got taken out in like the blink of an eye by the counter snipers. I don't know. Somebody in chat saying, do they have his Reddit account? I don't know. I don't know if they've got his fucking Reddit account. Chat's got some very mean things to say about this particular gentleman. I'm trying to see if we can find more photos, some kind of social media. Do they have more? Yeah, no, I've seen the moment the sniper takes out the Trump shooter is a fucking amazing clip. I've seen that one. Yeah, the counter sniper footage is really good. That's up there. Yeah, whoever that counter sniper is needs an award. I mean, if you're looking at the video we just watched of where you hear that first shot go off, he pops off a couple shots. Like, that sniper cued him in and took him out without fucking hesitation. Yep, I would agree. I mean, that photo is a dead ringer for what you're looking at. Yeah, because they've got two pictures from the different parts of the day, and then this one with the underbite. With the underbite. Okay, there's your shooter. So, I mean, you know, it started out as a mystery as to who the fuck the person was that was shooting at the president. Now we have a possible name and a possible identity, and the pictures all match up pretty fucking well, especially with the video footage of him shooting, getting shot at, and then the headshot photo that's circulating around. Now really it's just, what are his social media accounts and what crazy shit has he said? We did the poll at the beginning of the stream. Is this guy going to be Antifa? If you remember that. And shockingly, 98% were like, oh, he definitely is. Oh, there's no doubt in our minds that he is definitely Antifa. All right, let's hit some of the Ko-Fi stuff here. From Raisin Crest. Actually, 360 nose scope. Ross! From Giantess Admirer. Hey, Jim, please advertise my Peace Beast 92 DeviantArt account. I sell cool AI art of attractive females. Mainly focus on them wearing sneakers and boots. Well, there you go. Peace Beast 92. From Sergeant Flowers. Hey, Jim, have you had a B6 vitamin test? High B6 can cause neuropathy and autonomic issues. Hope you feel better, Cancer Man. Actually, I don't know 100% if I have or not. I'll have to look. You've got the time I displayed the amount of tests I've had quite a few of them. So I'd have to dig through to see if I've had that or not. From Tarek Gaming, make sure you raid Pippa. Viking 3, no message on that one. From Afroman's manager, the funniest part about the Boogie situation is that he scammed his audience for such a small amount of money. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Again, why take $10,000 to do a crypto scam that's going to ruin your reputation and take weeks to pull off, when literally you'd get $85,000 for 30 seconds of activity, proving that you were telling the truth. Waiting warmly, no clue what SIGs cost over there, but hope this is enough for a pack. Take care and God bless. Mr. Thundercloud, it looked like Boogie was taking notes as you were explaining what you went through. Kind of weird, also thanks for the stream. From Smagulian, have you ever heard of BT, aka Nick from the Oddcast podcast? People are memeing that he was one who did it since he disappeared back in January of 2022. Well, I think if you talk about the shooter, I think we have the idea on them already. From Cataclysm, apparently the shooter had friends on Facebook who were into BDSM puppy play. There was the shooter's photo with blood. BDSM puppy play? Oh my God. Is it a furry? Is the guy that tried to kill Donald Trump a fucking furry? I don't even know what kind of backlash is coming there. Boy, furries, you better hope it wasn't a furry. Can you imagine the backlash coming your way? Puppy play. BDSM puppy play. Fuck. From Ghost, please make a Tit Beast hat. I generally think you are underestimating how many people rewatch old streams. You should do a poll. I'll stop bugging you now. I will consider a Tit Beast hat. From Benito, thanks for those years of content. What was your favorite MTG deck back in the day? I didn't ever go for like pre-built decks and shit, if you're talking about like people that played in tournaments. Usually I'd run Counterspell. Heavily focused on Counterspell, and then I used Tim's to poke at people. So nobody liked me. And then I had like jade statues and Mishra factories to like be able to turn land or artifacts into creatures. Does that answer your question? Am I dorky enough for you? Hopefully it does. From Jonathan Severos. Jim, would you mind giving a shout out to your biggest fan, Ghost Politics? Please let him know he's a psyop and a Fed. I know Ghost is a super big fan. Shout out to my biggest fan, Ghost Politics. Keep making those capitalist bucks. Buy a hat. From Sex Machine, lies about cancer make me horny. Infected Meryl, Boogie just peaked. Whether he lied or reveals his diagnosis, he's both ruined and boring from here on out. Let's fucking see. Coila Dante, no message on that one. From Nyla Moon, been watching for years and love your streams and videos. Hope there's a way for you to beat this. I've lost family to cancer, so it's tough realizing Boogie would lie about it. Yeah, I think Destiny seemed to be actually personally bothered by it too. And I think Wings was a little perturbed by it as well. I think anybody that's dealt with it either personally or through a friend or family probably doesn't like it. From Monsieur Bacteria, get well soon, my dude. Real quick, can you call my old landlord Kyle a predator? Well, I don't think Kyle would appreciate it. You're lucky it's an old landlord. He'd probably lock you out for that. Hey, you're telling these strange internet people to call me shit. From Kennedy, I'd be happy if it turned out you were cancer scamming us. I would be happy too, because cancer is not fun. But as I've said previously, it is quite literally the least of my fucking problems right now. The cancer is like the opening gambit. It's like once that started fucking my body up, it like opened the floodgates. From Ko-Fi supporter, I hope you're doing well, man. I've been watching your stuff for years and recently bought a hat. Really appreciate and respect. Well, thank you. I'm glad you bought a hat. Yes, you should have done that sooner. Monsignor Bacteria. Oh, no, I've already read that one. Oh, for some reason. Okay, there we go. From Roy. Read the World Health Organization has 3 things that they require for a diagnosis of polycythemia vera. One of those is a bone marrow biopsy, so I think he doesn't have it. Oh, so is that where Destiny was getting the info from? I know some people had like written up the difference between the two, and I know Destiny did his own research. It's just not a disease I'm familiar with because it's not like I've got my own cancer shit to deal with. I haven't really gone to look into his. From Defeatus, I'd recently lost my grandmother to liver cancer. It hit me and my brother pretty hard. Now hearing this absolute loser use cancer to garner sympathy and financial gain. Yeah, I think it really fucks people up that have dealt with it on some kind of a personal level. Because it is a really scummy thing to do. And, you know, the guy that was on the podcast with Destiny had mentioned other people have done it in different, like, you know, sectors of the internet, you know, like bloggers and shit like that. And I have seen it before. But Boogie would be one of the bigger cases if it turned out that he was faking it. This is some bullshit. Boogie isn't broke. He can't afford living the luxurious life he once had. His illness symptoms fall directly in line with someone who is just morbidly obese. I think that's part of what Destiny was getting to, or getting at, when he talked about like sleep apnea, and other things, is that Boogie's health problems are probably weight related or self-induced, and not like directly related to cancer. From Dark Zone, I think Boogie wants to be called a liar. He keeps agreeing to live streams. When Gerard, the completionist, was called out, he declined. Yeah, he went into hiding a little bit, didn't he? From Peter, Jim, I'm a medical laboratory scientist. If Boogie shows proof of a JAK2 genetic marker, he certainly could have polycythemia vera. However, the disorder isn't cancer. That's the thing, though. Like, he refuses to show anything. And again, it's just a really weird thing to want to say that you're holding on to. Even if you hate all these fucking, you know, YouTubers, and I get that, and you hate all these fucking streamers, there are a ton of third parties he could have gone to. From half-hearted hand job, my mom is dying of cancer. She has a life alert, a tube in her side to feed her, high as fuck on pain meds, and hospice care. My dad is ready to eat a bullet. And this fag, hold on one sec. And this faggot wants to lie about cancer with 20-year death average to cry. I genuinely hate him. I don't blame you. I'd be pissed off too. It does annoy me to a certain extent, but to watch somebody, yeah, especially with like feeding tubes and shit like that, yeah, it would piss me off. And I also don't like it's just, It doesn't make sense. You can't make it make sense that you would walk away from that kind of money. And I don't buy his line of reasoning that I don't trust these people. I mean, really, do you think all these content creators, think about how it would look for them. They all accuse you of faking cancer and you can prove it's true. And they say they'll offer you money to prove it's true. And then you prove it's true and they don't give you the money. It would be career destruction for them. So just from a practical standpoint, they're not going to back out. But I don't have any reason to believe that any of these people involved to put money up would lie about it. They're all pretty successful. Like we're all talking about like YouTubers or streamers with huge audiences, way, way bigger than mine, that make a lot of money from fucking ad revenue and streaming and all sorts of shit. So there's no reason for them to lie. His excuse doesn't make sense. It doesn't hold water. From Lord Handman, hey Jimmy Poo, it's me again. Here to be a little whore. Everyone go follow me on Twitter at @thatcracker. Starting to make content soon, I promise. From Centurion Biggest Dickus, don't worry, Jim. Jerome will be taking good care of Jade. From Salt Muncher, here's some money for a rope to escape the sub club hole. Well, we all want to get out. Oops, hold on, jumped ahead there. From Puppies of Pestilence, I'm starting to think that Wings agreed to do local live because compared to Boogie, he would look like an absolute Chad. Well, he did. He dropped a couple of bombs. We didn't get around to them all. But he did have a kill shot somewhere in there. And he did kind of shit on Boogie quite a bit. From Tyler Durden, I just gave my father head. His delicious cream filled my mouth, and it tasted like Bud Light. Well, that is the secret flavor of Bud Light, so it's understandable. From Mario Carter 13, Boogie didn't flag himself down. He was busy picking up cancer on the side of the road. From Chud Boulder, from Content Cop to Content Assassin. From Scuttlebutt, looking at the overview of the rally, there's absolutely no way the Secret Service doesn't put a sniper on the building the assassin shot from. It is weird that you'd have a rooftop that's positioned that close to where the rally is. But again, based on what people were saying earlier, that Trump had been asking for more Secret Service support or more personnel and was denied, and maybe they were shorthanded. What a coincidence that people are talking about putting bullseyes on his back and he's denied extra escorts. And then suddenly here's this perfect scenario where this guy gets a vantage to take a shot right at his head. I mean, from where he was, what he's using, and how he had it lined up, it's sort of miraculous that just hit him in the ear or on the side of the head. I mean, he was millimeters, inches away from a kill shot. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fucking investigation into this shit. From Sheer Palsy, I probably butchered the shit out of your name. One for Jim and one for Metokur. One for Jim and one for Metokur. One for Jim and one for Metokur. Welcome to the sub club. The retard Gestapo. Hey, I know you just switched back to Boogie, but I sent you Shooter's actual picture. From Kellen Oku. How's Dayton, Ohio, Jim? Doggo fine. She cop with gun. How about Dayton? Mario Carter again. Oh, no. Okay, so it does repeat these for some reason. That's weird. Somebody said, Randy Stair 2.0? I'm not sure. Anime Game 16, much respect, Jim. Local Live is nothing but manufactured drama cooked up by Keem and Co. You were the only genuine one on the panel, and you kicked ass. Well, thank you very much. From Magic Octopus, glad I could catch the stream this time. Please take my coin as thanks. Use it to buy a Boogie body pillow. Wouldn't that be called a bed? Boogie's enormous. A Boogie body, God, that's like a tongue twister. A Boogie body pillow would be like a fucking Texas king size. From SCP-049, Jim, where can I get a banger of an A song or of an AI song for the sub club? I want to get that YouTube link. I don't have it as a YouTube link, but I could use a small break in between reading all of this because my throat's a little fucky and my ribs hurt a little bit. So why don't we do a quick 2-minute break in between all of the super chat rating, and I will play the song in its entirety, and then you can clip this part of the stream out, and there's nothing else in the way. So let me grab it. Here, you know what? I'll even take off the overlay. Where is it here? And I'll let it play uninterrupted. It's only 1 minute and 59 seconds. I had a longer version, but I had to cut it down for some reason. Where is it here? Boogie. Okay. All right. Here's your sub club song. Remember, you can just cut it right out. I took out all the overlays and stuff, so it'll just play by itself. That would not be the video. That would be the wrong thing that I clicked on because I'm a silly bitch. Okay, here we go. This time I won't fuck it up.
On the screen, promises made so clean. Join his flashy club. Boogie bits, no scrub. Coins in every hand. Promises made so grand. Sub-club glory call. Big man stands tall. Boogie bits, bye-bye. Scan your pockets dry. Join the hype, Boogie crew. Fatman says it's true. Shiny coins, they gleam. Lost within the scheme. Dance away to death. Misery you'll regret. Boogie bits, bye-bye. Scan your pockets dry. Join the hype, Boogie crew. Family says it's true. Shiny coins, they gleam. Lost within the scheme. Dance your way to death. Misery you'll regret. Boogie bits, bye-bye. Scan your pockets dry. Join the hype, Boogie crew. Family says it's true. Nah, 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 full force plan. Nah, 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 rich fat man.
Okay, there you go. So you got your Boogie song. Hopefully that works for you. Put that back up, and you can rip it directly from the stream and get a decent quality rip of it. From Biden Loves Ice Cream. I don't understand why people say the Boogie's an asshole. He loves to share. Didn't he say he wanted one for him and one for the hooker? Oh, very true. From Fless. Remember when you said you had cancer and refused to show the results because it seemingly vanished? It was me, Boogie. I hacked your data to delete all the evidence. Shadow Fox. These are not boring times, boys. From Rabbi Sheckelbergen Steinowitz. Please say it's free real estate. Also do another stream with Noel, please, and thank you, Weatherman. From RC The Agenda. I think Boogie is a low-functioning sociopath. Puppies of Pestilence again. Hey, guys, I totally have cancer. I'm willing to tell everyone about my cancer for the pity party. Wait, prove it. Nah, dog. My cancer is none of your business. Right? It's fucking bizarre, isn't it? From Animal Cancer, is this the sub club? Yes, welcome. Half-hearted hand job. It's amazing that we got 3 Boulder streams in our lifetime. What is it with fats being constant liars? I don't know. It's strange. From Hockey McGee, I hate how Boogie does that voice when he knows he's caught that low slurred words that Rossi's used to convey, I'm so sad, guys. It's like he can't be bothered to enunciate his words. Running the train. Boogie, you posted your medical records when you posted what you had. How on earth can you say I'm going to hold on to this last piece of privacy I have? Oh, that is a good point. He's just always jumping from story to story. From Ko-Fi supporter. Been watching since before Gamergate, laughing along the way. That's the narrative they'll go with. Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good. Such a frustrating stream. It is fucking frustrating. Like I say, you could even see it like Destiny's face, CoffeeZilla's face. It's just very draining. From Indian Joestar, I think the bone marrow test is an attempt to give himself a way out. Guys, I did the bone marrow test just now and found out I don't have cancer. But, I mean, now that he's been called to Matt on it, it's going to be really hard to try to spin that. And, I mean, Destiny's right. It is weird that they wouldn't have done the test sooner to the point of when he had the initial blood work done. When I got my biopsy done, the doctors were, like, insistent that they wanted to do a group of tests from blood work to a PET scan. And then because the PET scan showed, like, my thyroid lit up, but they did testing. They found blood work that was Hashimoto's, the cancer in the scalp, and, you know, my head lit up. But there was like a distant site in the leg that was lighting up. So they had some concerns. They wanted to do a biopsy on that, and then they wanted to do a bone marrow biopsy. to see, like, did it spread? Is this a spread of this? Luckily, it didn't. That came back clean. Chase, a while back, you had a video series about fetishes and promised at the end of it to reveal yours. Did you ever reveal it? And if not, what was it? I never finished, so I can always hold out. From Greasy Cunt Scratcher. Fantastic username. Boogie Crypto Scam, Boogie Fake Cancer, Trump Assassination Attempt. What will we see next? I don't know. Things are getting fucking wild at the end of the year. Rachel, Jim, you've always been my favorite. My freeloader cat Peanut is trying to con me into buying a third hat. Buy a hat for your cat. From Leather Collar. Bought an animal cancer puzzle and mug. The design is amazing. Breast cancer runs through the family, and I've lost many relatives to the disease. Hold on. I hope Boogie gets his due for lying. Sending you and Jade all the best from Australia. Thanks for another great stream. Yep, it's just one of the worst things he could have chosen to lie about, to be honest. He could have picked anything else, any other pity story he could have used and run with, and people would have been more forgiving. But if it turns out he was full of shit on this, oof, you're not going to be able to do the lovable goof shit. From Sika, Boogie aside, if you have time for Japanese cartoons, I'd love to have you watch and comment on a series called Your Hair Affair. Here is a sample. I've not actually heard of it. I guess I'll check it out and see what it's like. If it's up on YouTube, it can't be too terrible. From Phantasm, imagine being the hooker that got PTSD from running through an endless car wash of Boogie's mud flaps. Only Jesus could save a hoe that dirty, begrudgingly. Yeah, she literally quit being a hooker. It was such a traumatic fucking event. She literally quit sucking dick. From Online Cretin, apparently Moist Critical knows that Boogie lied about cancer. He has it at the end of his video about this. From Lovecraft, shout out to Heretics, who's been covering Buddy and perpetually Stoner Bride. Hope your cancer turns out to be Animal Crossing in the end. Don't we all? From Sarcastic Madman, did you see Pippa attempt cleansing and deleting her virtual Sonichu medallion? Oh, well, you're going to need to. All right, that fucking shit's cursed. It's terribly cursed. Chris Bores is now doing like an investigative ghost series on shitposts on the internet, which is brilliant, by the way, Chris. That's the irate gamer. He should really run with that because, like, all the ghost hunting stuff is always super serious. I want to see somebody go out there and try to, like, glitch their ass into the back rooms or hunt the woods for Slender Man or investigate the Sonichu medallion. Like, that's an untapped market. Shitposts and memes. You could really go far with that, Chris. I really would pursue it. From Colonel Sanders, I'm sorry I'm a soy-filled bitch and faked my cancer. Boogie, probably. From Abby, started watching you very young, Jim, and have significantly guided my moral compass throughout my life. Thanks for the laughs. Wishing you comfort. Well, thank you very much. From Alex P. Excuse me. Happy to see you streaming. Ignore this question if you don't want anger-obsessed people online. Would you consider yourself a Christian? I've already answered that. I actually answered that when I did a stream with, of all people, Nicholas Fuentes, back before we had our little tiff. Consider myself an apatheist, which is somebody that just doesn't address the question. I'm sure that's not going to save my ass when I get cast down into the fiery pits when they put my little ass in the city of Dis. From Viral Architect, Jim, you of all people know it would be impossible just to go on the internet and lie about having cancer. Boogie has such an impeccable track record of staunch honesty. Well, he is an honest boy, that is true. From Charles Sammons, sent you a screenshot on post. Fuck that scamming bitch. Oh, well, let me go take a look. Do we have some Boogie screenshots of Boogie doing some more stupid shit? Potentially. 1 second here, Chad. Let's go see what we got. Got a lot of Trump stuff. I mean, everybody's talking about Trump right now. Of course they are. Okay, I'm sure the screen cap's here. It's probably back a while. Right now, I'm just seeing a lot of Trumps, lots of Trumps. Oh, what do we got here? One second. digging through, boys. Okay, I'll have to dig a little more here. I'm sorry. It's somewhere in there, but it's lost in a sea of shit post on post, shit posting, memes, and angry people. Angry people. From Gormless Wonder. Honestly, I was frustrated that no one in that stream thought to take the angle that even if Boogie is lying, it's still worth $50K to reveal the embarrassing lie. We had $85,000 on the table and he walked away from it. It makes zero fucking sense. From Dr. Jonathan. Let me, your full name, Doctor. I'm sorry. Dr. Jonathan R. Shitnicker. Wouldn't want to mispronounce your name there. Late to the stream, Jim. Had to change my oil. Feels damn good to go without some tech cheaping out and spilling shit. Here's 10 son. Go buy a hot dog. Well, I do love hot dogs. From chat. Boogie could have just edited the page to source to include Vera and screen capped it, but was too lazy to lie all the way. That is true. He could have done like a half-assed job, and he didn't even do that. From Power Cage, I bought a hat for my hat. What's next, sir? Buy a cat and then put a hat on the cat. From Ray, here's $10 for you not to mow your lawn. Well, all right. From Joy Kissing Tour, I've been blessed with a new job and an old one. The old one sucked. I pray God blesses you with healing so you and Jade can have a happy life together. Well, thank you very much. From Walter, good night, everyone. Thank you all for your support. From Blue Fire, watching Jim stream while playing Pokemon Romax is comfy time. Make sure to let Jade out of her cage. From Randwolf, you should eat spare ribs you ought to fix, or that ought to fix you. Thanks for the stream and killer design for the new shirt, by the way. From Biz V, Jim, hang in there, buying a hat, for my salad, and one for my hooker. Always got to get one for the sub club. Red Ranger Wine, hey Jim, what a week. Loved your content for years. Can you tell my buddy LV that he's good at video games? He hates getting compliments. Well, LV, apparently you're very good at video games. From the Poop Sock, hey Jim, you'll live long enough to vote for Trump or die soon enough to vote for Biden. That was a good one. You and Jade have a good one. Happy stop. Jim, my brother Nico became an agoraphobe during COVID. He took your advice to prepare and lock down. He's still waiting for you to call the all clear. What, you want me to call the all clear for him? Wow, he's really dedicated. He's really committed. I don't know. I mean, maybe he could turn it into like a Guinness World Record if we let him keep going. What's the longest a prepper stayed locked down? Was there a Brendan Fraser movie about that where he was with his parents in a fallout shelter for like 80 years? From Kex to Hex, do you think there will be any funny business during the 2024 election? Drop off ballot stuffing, illegal voting, electronic vote rigging. Do you think it will happen? Shit. Do you think it will happen? I don't know. I do think that funky shit happens during every election. That's always happened to like a minimal degree. Do I think it will be blatant? Listen, they just tried to shoot him in his fucking head. At this point, I'm pretty sure they'll do anything to keep him out of office. LTG's child support caseworker. Hey, Jim, Boogie wants on to say he has a doctor's note. From Let Me Sit on Your Face, Josh. Feel bad for him, Jim. He had to choke his ex-girlfriend so she won't beat the shit out of him. From Rainbow Pony Broly. Thanks for all the laughs over the years, Daddy Jim. Don't read past here on stream, please. And respect to you for putting your own wants aside to support your wife. Well, I will read a few more. Actually, yeah. Let's, again, if I miss yours, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hit everybody's, but when I go a little longer on stream, it cuts a little into Super Chat. I wish there was a way just to pipe this into OBS so it pops up on screen. But since you all have such lovely names, I would get banned in a heartbeat. Like, I'm pretty sure if Dr. Shitnicker had his fucking thing pop up on screen, YouTube would not be fond of that. I don't think YouTube wants messages from Dr. Shitnicker popping up on my fucking streams to people. I don't know how well that would play out, to be honest with you. So let me, I'll go through 10 more here, and then we'll call it a night. From Matt, that image of Trump is going to be in the history books. Trump is 100% going to win. I absolutely agree. I think it's a historic photo. I really do. That really is one of those pictures that's going to fucking stick around. From Sam, hey Jim, loved your stuff from Jump Street. IBS Apocalypse remains one of my all-time favorite streams, right up there when you laughed yourself hoarse over Spider Island. The IBS Apocalypse was a painful fucking stream to do. From Tyler Durden, 50 Cent posted on Twitter the picture of Trump with his raised fist, with many men wish death playing over it. Hardest picture of the decade. From Gumbo, and with that I hear Chatelet somewhere in the distance. There have been so few happenings. Hope Trump wins, but it's nice to have a happening. From Sherman's, we all love you, Jim, and while Trump almost getting assassinated is important, we need to get to serious matters. What is the salami Patrick has been stuffing in his pants? We're getting into some deep lore with this shit. From Electro, hey Jim, how are you feeling knowing that you could have revealed your cancer for $60,000? Yeah, fuck. I should have gotten into a fight with Mudahar and been like, I need 60 grand to show you this. Because I'm sure not getting it from Mer. She can barely afford to feed a cat. From Kexax, my AC is out, so I fell asleep in the heat while waiting for the stream to start. Insane notifications to wake up to. And there is nothing more difficult than falling asleep when it's fucking blazing hot. I don't know. It's easier to really rough out the winter than it is the heat if your shit's not working. Like, if it's cold out, you get under a blanket, you put on a little, if you got like a little wood burning stove, you're good. But with heat, there's just nothing you can do. From Fake, and now a recent update on Trump's shooter. It appears the suspect had a yellow Pokemon-like pendant around his neck. Oh my God, could you imagine if he had a fucking Magic thing on? Holy shit. From Eek, when you're born on this planet, you get the ticket to the freak show. When you're born in America, you have a front row seat. George Carlin. Let's do a couple more here. Lucas Dominus Aurelianus. The boys had an ep literally yesterday about how Antifa was a boogeyman that isn't real. The next day, a foreigner and Antifa shoots at Trump. From Grizz Nizzle, can't wait for the blue checks claiming this was a false flag to get sued and lose $1 billion. Right? And let's end it off with Hat Owner, of course. Would love to see you at the incredible salt mine. Well, thank you very much, Hat Owner. Now, there is something I am curious about, and I'm going to try it, and I don't know how it works, but, there should be a way to do this, right? Okay. I'm looking at my back end. Chat, help me with this. I'm looking at my back end. There are about 7,600 of you left here. How do I raid somebody? Where do I go to raid them? If I already fucked up, am I not able to because I didn't set it up ahead of time kind of thing? Oh, is it a redirect? Is that what I'm looking for? Redirect allows you to keep viewers engaged across multiple events, add a live stream or premiere for people to watch after yours ends. Okay. So let's try. How am I going to do this? Let me see. Sorry, chat. Working through some things here. Let's see if the old man can actually make this work. Oh my God, so annoying. Why is this like this? Boomer Jim, you're fucking right. Just trying to be a nice guy, trying to do something nice. Can't make it work. There's no way for me to. It's not going to let me do it. I was going to send you all over to the rabbit. I was going to send you right to the fucking rabbit. And I'm desperately trying to figure out how to do it. And I could find the rabbit's fucking channel with all their upcoming premiere shit, but not the actual live stream that they're on. I blame the rabbit. This isn't my fault. Oh, Pippa ended already? Well, that would explain why that's okay. Never mind. Oh, all right. All right, it is okay. All right, well, tough luck, rabbit. I was going to send how many ever is left here? What was it? 7,000 people? I was going to flood the rabbit with 7,000 people. Too bad. All right. Should we pick some random fucking stream and just drop people on them? Who's got a stream? Anybody like find a live stream where there's just it's just fucking just the live stream with nobody watching. Let me try this. I just have 7,000 people show up and have them be like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, it's all news shit. Of course, it's going to be all gay news shit. Gotta find something here. Oh, let's see. Okay, somebody said yellow flash. Let me pull that up. Okay, you gotta give me time. I'm a confused old fucking man. So let's redirect. Okay, looks like they're covering shit. Okay, allows you to do this. I think that's going to send it over. So when I end this, that should send you all over there. Let's see if it works. Is this even the right fucking thing? Is he even live right now? Okay, whatever. You know, I'll try it. Let's see what happens. All right, chat. Thank you for coming out. I'm going to try the redirect thing once I end this. Let's see if it actually works. If it does, that'd be amazing. If not, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. If I missed your super chat, I'm sorry about that. I tried to get to everybody's, but ribs are acting up a little bit and throat's a little sore. So the old man's going to go soak in some ice. Hopefully get some more funny shit that's going to come up soon. You know, kind of lighten the mood a little bit after the fucking presidential assassination attempt. Jesus fucking Christ. And then hopefully, too, we get information. I'm really curious what those social media accounts are going to look like. Who fucking knows? But enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there. And remember to buy a hat for your hat.